Okay, yeah, we're fucking live, dude. There you go. You see? It shit's rolling.
All right. Well, welcome to the podcast.
The voice you're hearing is Marlon. Right here.
This is Frank. Welcome.
This is Thomas.
Yeah. All right. I call him Smooth. We all call him Smooth.
Better known as Smooth, honestly. Better known.
My gamer name.
Yeah. That's his gamer
My
tag.
moniker.
Speaking of gaming, Gears 5 has been a surprise for me, man. Like I saw Donkey's video, and he said it wasn't. He said it was pretty much same old, same old.
Did you play the other Gears?
I played all the Gears.
Well, listen.
I've never played any of them.
First of all, I only paid $2 for that game.
Same.
So that
we
that-
all paid. This
yeah.
is $6 right here. Right
is-
here.
that is an influence on my review.
Honestly,
If I had paid $60 for it and I had the issues that I have on it, I'd be
You
really
got
mad.
issues?
Yeah.
I have. Oh my god, my issues, dude.
Mine was pretty easy to
Okay, what was
solve.
yours? Go ahead.
It was when the audio. I noticed it in the campaign. It was like there's some static,
Uh-huh.
a lot of static. It was there's no way you could just play it.
Well,
And what I had to do is change the actual bit rate on my computer audio,
what the
and it's fixed it.
yeah, you're supposed to bring it down to 44.1.
Why?
Right? That's an issue with their new
Every single game.
all these new games are coming out. I had the same issue with Remnant. That game, Remnant from the Ashes, the one we were playing with Willie.
Yeah, that's just dope.
Yeah, that game's really cool. But I had the same issue because of the Dolby Atmos. I think every game's coming with Dolby Atmos now.
I see movies. They're like, this movie has Dolby Atmos and you should watch it. Well, Dolby Atmos is shit for Gears 5.
No, you
Well,
know,
it's just that you have to have it at 44.1. But
I haven't had that specific problem with
you-
audio.
What was your
it's always
problem?
at 44.1.
What was your
Yeah,
problem?
well, my problem was all literally running the goddamn game. I uninstalled it because I'm gonna reinstall it because I'm thinking that the installation was messed it up somewhere. But basically, all my textures are literally fucked. Every single one.
I see.
It has
Occasionally, I see visual glitches.
not just no. Hold on. There's the main Katie or Kate. What is it? Yeah,
Yeah,
Kait.
Don't
Kate.
bring that up.
Her name.
Don't bring up Kate in here.
No, yeah, no.
Nothing that starts with K. No girls.
Yeah,
No girls.
no girls.
No girls allowed.
No.
Except Martina.
Yeah. No, but okay. So her hair is black, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On my shit.
Really?
No. Yeah, you think I'm lying? On my computer, it's like yellow, dude. It's like the texture is not like.
That's kind of
filters or
cool though.
whatever.
That's a
It-
fee's
It's not even blonde. It's like yellow.
Yeah, it's yellow.
It's
She's like
crazy.
Goku.
It's really bad. No, and then like the uniforms sometimes are not even colored. They're not even textured. Like
You sure you don't have
it
the
runs so
colorblind
bad.
version installed?
I don't know. Dude. The game.
That's
apparently
crazy.
Frank keeps telling me, it looks beautiful and shit. Like, man, I haven't
Yeah.
experienced that.
So well, it's crazy because I mentioned Gears 5 and I was gonna tell you guys how fun it's been for me. This is my first Gears game, just as a heads up. First Gears game I've ever played. Didn't have an Xbox growing up. Really didn't play that many video games.
Coward.
I was mainly a PlayStation guy, man. PlayStation and Need for Speed. That's all I did. Now, mind you, get at me at Need for Speed. You can't. Good luck. But yeah, first Gears game, and it's been smooth sailing. It's been the opposite of your guys' experience. I have had 0 issues. So the game looks gorgeous. I think it's one of the best looking games I've played in a while.
The
I'm in
audio
envy right
issue,
now,
I
dude.
just don't expect it. Like, if I had bought it, actually bought it, I would be so mad if I was having issues.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I would have been furious. But
Yeah.
I've been
feel-
lucky
I-
though.
but I'm like,
Remember I told you when we started playing it, it was, the game's cool. I was having all these glitches, but I was still having fun.
Yeah.
You remember Crazy
the
Legs?
I've been studying a lot about video game design and stuff, and the core mechanic of the game is fun. You know what I mean? You're actually having fun.
it's like timing, if anything, I think.
So the thing that I was saying was that
Crazy Legs has that down. Let me tell you.
I'm happy I didn't spend $60 on it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, we're only gonna play it for 2 months most likely. Anyway, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
Online, I have no problems online.
Yeah.
It's only campaign.
I mean,
I've noticed-
For me, do you have it on DirectX 12 mode? Can you even put that game in Direct, or is it always in DirectX 12? I know most of the new
Like-
Microsoft
like,
games are always DirectX
I
12.
don't know.
like
That's a good
this
question.
today I was playing it, and on the ice mission,
Yeah.
you remember one of the areas to fight
Spoilers ahead.
a drone.
yeah.
one
spoiler.
one of the areas to fight a drone helicopter.
Mhm.
Do you guys remember that fight?
We
you play?
haven't-
I don't think I got him there yet.
Did you
Wait, we went to the ice area. We
Did
already
you-
finished the ice area,
We
and we
did?
didn't fight.
did you do all the extra stuff?
I guess that's why.
Oh,
Yeah, we
okay.
didn't do the extra.
The side missions. and shit.
because
Now-
it gives you a freeze ray for your droid thing.
Oh fuck, that would have been pretty sick, especially since we
Oh.
have you playing as Jack.
no, not just that, but also like that would have been a nice.
Yeah, my
easy
Jack is-
fight with this guy.
My Jack is like
the big berserker with
so-
a freeze thing.
Do,
Oh,
do the
that was
settings
nice.
do the
Yeah.
settings that you put on Jack affect the third person?
Oh,
He has control of them.
everything.
After. Yeah.
You can quickly switch them out with your mouse button.
No,
Yeah.
but like
I mean,
your,
with
like
mouse
the
scroll wheel.
upgrades.
Yeah, so every upgrade you've done beforehand has already been done, and then he can switch them out for whatever he
Oh,
wants.
that's kind of crazy because
He has complete control.
I did
of Jack,
all
basically.
damage. Like so, his shock is like it can shock two people like really long, and it does more damage every time. So I'm like,
Dude, have you seen what
yeah.
happens when Jack fully shocks an enemy?
I don't know.
They explode.
It's
It's crazy.
stupid.
Have you noticed that every enemy explodes like in some form or fashion? Like they don't just like you don't fill them with bullets; they just fall over. Like Gears, every single enemy explodes.
Yeah,
Like,
pretty much.
it's just ridiculous.
Everybody's
Over the
just so,
top.
so like well and compact. You know what I mean?
Everyone's just fucking buff. They're all made out of like straight steroids.
Yeah,
And
just
the
pure
entire-
muscle.
That's how humans have to survive post-apocalyptically. Everyone has to
Yeah.
get super swole.
It's crazy how you don't have a helmet the whole game.
Yeah, no,
like-
yeah, only the main characters will have helmets. Yeah,
But everyone else gets helmets.
yeah.
It's like,
Everybody else
Gee,
does get helmets.
if you guys die, you guys
Sorry,
die.
guys, we didn't have enough time to character model these other guys. So that's how it starts. You know, that's a good game. I need to see if reinstalling it fixes it because I really want to enjoy that. How good it looks. You know,
Yeah.
on PC, it's supposed to be amazing. and
But what I was saying about that mission is, I mean, this is like the little things. It's not really a big deal, and I'm not like a game critic. I don't really care that much about graphics. But there's like an animation of like you shoot down the helicopter, and
Yeah.
it like crashes and it like blows up like a new area, and it just looks so bad. I did it over like 4 frames, and it was like it just like opened up. I was like, damn, this
my,
$60. Like,
when
come
I
on.
look, when I
What's
look
your
at it,
budget?
I wonder if that's the same deal with like people on Xbox. Like if they're having the same problem. Because I would imagine it's better optimized for that. You know what I mean?
Oh,
It-
of course.
don't
Was
know.
it ported from Xbox to PC? or-
Definitely. If it's from Microsoft, definitely. However, they've made it. To be fair, they've done a lot of.
The graphics are good.
Yeah, the graphics
Yeah.
look really good, but they've done a lot with this new what do they call it? They had a name for it. How I think the Xbox platform is now based off of Windows 10, and actually, yeah, the Xbox runs DirectX 11 and 12.
The Xbox
pretty
So-
program is based off Windows XP.
So because they're all
Windows
based off
Vista.
of kind of the same APIs, it's easier to port games. So I'm sure the game was designed for Xbox first and then just easily ported to
Yeah,
PC.
I was actually surprised when it wasn't locked at 60 FPS.
Yeah, because what was the first game that they did that to? I think it was Forza. Forza was the first like for both. It came out for both at the same time. Forza Horizon
Alright.
3,
It was locked, right?
and it was locked at 30 FPS.
That doesn't
Oh my
or
God,
60.
30?
Was it
Okay,
30 or
60, 60 doesn't affect me because my monitor is locked at 60 FPS.
So it sucks to see us go.
You just gotta download more.
You gotta download more
FPS.
hertz.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've liked Gears so far, man. I don't know if I would have paid $60 for it. I mean, so far I've had 0 issues. I've really enjoyed the campaign and multiplayer. I've had a lot of fun with too. Which
We
at
need to play more of
first,
that, by the way.
I thought
I-
I didn't.
I was very surprised multiplayer is so easy.
It's
Easy.
like
You
versus
said ranked
enemies.
was hard.
Like,
No, it was
oh
harder
yeah,
than-
I
than,
played
like,
ranked and it was like,
Ranked is a little bit
you
more
meant
challenging.
more crazy legs.
Yeah, man.
no, these people like I'm just not that good. So like I'll do a roll or something, and like the timing will be off. Like they'll be out of their roll just like that, like
Yeah.
quarter of a second before you,
It's a
and,
game right
you're
there,
like,
man.
and you just get wrecked. You're like, oh,
That's I mean, you know what the thing is, like, you have to time it perfectly because they say you're in a hallway, right? Like if some dudes are so good at the game that they could be bouncing from wall to wall between hallway, and you're not gonna get a single shot on them, man.
Dude.
As they
Fucking-
get towards you, by the way. So because you gotta like, I don't know, it's just a skill and timing. Because if you do it too quick, you roll instead of just slapping your back to
Yeah,
the next
or-
wall.
Yeah,
or
and it looks
sometimes-
kind of funky, but it's kind of like CS:GO with B hopping. It's one of those things that I guess the game engine. It's a limitation of the game engine. So you look so stupid just bouncing from wall to
Yeah.
wall, and it's
Yeah.
like you're literally magnetic almost.
You
to
are.
it.
You just
Yeah.
slide.
You just
literally
slap
drift-
onto the wall.
You drift into a.
Yeah.
so sometimes.
But they don't change it just because that's like
It's
that
been like that since
separates
Gears 1.
Yeah, and it separates like the good players from the great players. Like if you're just good at aiming, all right, that's perfect. But if you're good at aiming and you're good at doing the stupid magnetic wall shit, then oh shit, man, you're a pro player.
Well, I mean,
Literally.
the one thing for me is I roll too much. I'll roll at a time that I shouldn't roll.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm like, I don't know. I've noticed that if I just stand still and actually shoot, I'll perform better. It always
True.
gets me.
But you know, one thing I like about the game is that there's always a little extra thing that you can do. You have you tried ever like going up to someone that you downed and just like holding F before you do something?
What is that when you?
That's like the stuff that you get when you turn them over, you rip off their arm, and then you beat them
Yeah.
with their own arm, and that's their execution. You know what I mean? Like
It's so graphic.
it's crazy graphic.
Yeah.
When that shit first came out,
You can turn that off though. They
Yeah.
actually have it in the settings. I was surprised.
I had PTSD when I played that, and I was like, I'm not sure when it first came out.
That's how I was
I
introduced,
was,
man.
I
when
was, I wasn't like young.
I think I was
but
like 13 when I fucking started playing that game.
yeah, I
That
was
shit-
like 10, like 11 probably. Wait, how old were you? Wait, how old are you right now?
What's up? No, but you're 20.
I'm 24.
24. I'm 22.
Okay, so I
22?
would have been like 11. And I was like, yo, this shit is like when someone just chainsaws you in half, like when
Dude,
you're
it's
11,
crazy.
that shit's
No, you know
scary.
what happens? If you, like the game is like very like, yeah,
It's
fuck-
rated M for mature
Yeah,
for
for
a
a
reason,
reason.
guys. Come on.
yeah, like actually like fuck each other up if you guys want. But like if you chainsaw somebody else while they chainsaw you, it's a freaking spam battle. Have you know that?
Yeah.
But
But
then
before,
you have to,
I think in the first game it wasn't like that, and it was like up to some weird thing.
it's like
I'm not sure.
you have to like.
I remember them dropping
that.
that in the second one.
I'm
and
out
then
of this one. I don't know.
I think it was Gears 4 or Gears 3 where they introduced the bayonet weapon.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I think that was.
I think it was Gears 4. No, Gears 3. Yeah.
yeah, they call it the
I
retro.
remember I
like-
played
The
the
retro
beta.
Lancer. Yeah, that
Yeah.
old shit.
You like
That was
sprint
sick.
at them. You're like,
I like the
man.
Lancer GL is sick. Have you seen that one?
oh, that's. I think they intentionally made that OP for the
It-
campaign.
Yeah, it's like a mini Titan.
Which one's
It's
that?
pretty sick. It's the one that shoots the three like missiles.
the-
pretty much. They're grenades
The,
more like it.
the
but-
grenades do so much damage.
and there's three
They
of them.
do, and the radius is like it's not overpowering, but like
No, I'm pretty sure if
it
you had that in
makes you-
multiplayer,
even if you
fuck
throw it
someone.
like
I
near,
mean-
you just make him get out of the cover and then you fuck him up there.
I think some of the bosses have too much HP sometimes. It's like annoying.
Yeah, that's
And, like some of the droids, you're just like emptying like 4 mags. You're just like it's like boring almost.
not annoying.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I hate is actually I don't hate it. I just think it's stupid, but I'm still glad it's there. But I kind of get annoyed by it. But you ever had like a grenade bounce off your head? I know.
Oh shit!
It's
Yeah, while
so
we were playing
epic.
multiplayer, it was crazy.
they
You know,
throw a
actually,
grenade.
speaking of that multiplayer, that 50 wave survival mode, that was surprisingly fun for me. Like I've never been a fan of like COD.
50 fucking waves though, right? Yeah,
That's not that bad.
You
But
wouldn't think
A
like-
lot of people
But
don't
COD
like it.
Zombies wasn't fun for me.
A
I've
lot-
never had fun.
A lot of people thought that like the direction they went with it now was like they fucked it up. The other
Really?
games are better.
Really?
Oh, I've never played another one. So
Well, they have like ults now. I haven't actually played it.
I'll tell you that. I'll tell you
Oh.
what.
Yeah,
You-
there's like ults, like you have abilities almost.
Did we? Oh well, we had like you can increase your HP and stuff, but it makes sense because like
There was nothing like that. It was just grab a weapon, kill shit until you die.
True.
I also like how it tells you what
all I
happens
remember
with
is-
the enemies. You know, like double health, double damage,
Oh, okay.
double.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and we remember we played like intermediate part. Like there's like a hard mode.
Yeah, we played in like either
No, no,
intermediate or beginner,
There's
and
like 12 levels, isn't there? Like a hard, intermediate, beginner, something advanced, and then it kept going. Master or something.
we played the escape one too. That one was fun.
That
We're
was
just
pretty cool, yeah.
meleeing everything.
yeah,
You
yeah.
just
I'll try that.
That was also in an easy level. I
I've
couldn't
been-
imagine.
What
You know-
difficulty
Yeah.
are y'all playing the campaign on?
The campaign?
Intermediate.
Yeah, intermediate.
Dude, it's actually some parts are kind of hard.
Yeah.
Or not hard, but like there's
We just died
enemies.
of
There's
stupid
enemies
shit,
that
man.
one.
Yeah.
There's enemies that one tap you.
really.
Yeah, and
Well,
I play.
oh yeah, the what's that gun? The drill thing. What's it called again?
There's the drill. The grenade launcher one taps you.
Boomers.
Yeah, the boomer.
Yeah.
So I'll be.
Oh, God forbid you.
I'm-
Stand in front
I'm
of a
solo
berserker who
playing, by
grabs
the
you
way.
and Splits you
Yeah,
in
you're
half.
solo playing. So if
I'm
you
solo
die, you
playing,
die.
so like I'm behind a cover that I think
Fucking
is good,
NPCs
and then
helping
he'll
you
like
out.
arc it over, and it'll just instantly kill me. And
Jesus.
like the checkpoint system, I could have been playing for like 5 minutes, and I just get insta killed. I'm like, it makes me want to rage quit.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, man. And the ice part, that shit was crazy. That was actually really cool how we ran out of everything to kill this Scion. And we were like, oh shit, what do we do?
There was one point where I ran out of ammo completely too.
You just shoot the ice, and he just fell through because he had the shield on, so we had to kill the
Oh,
robot first.
Yeah,
But I ran out of ammo.
if you
I
kill
think
the first-
Chino and
That's right.
See,
Shot
I'm
the
talking,
ice.
I just
You
played
guys
that part
died.
right now. If you kill the first boomer, he drops. Wait, the first guy, he has a boomer. The first
Yeah.
scion, and then there's 2 more scions, and I just did the ice trick, and I was like, doop doop.
yeah, I didn't know. We didn't know about it for the other Scion, so we've been just shooting this guy this whole time, and you got to kill the drone first. If not, his shield doesn't go
That's
down.
right.
So then I ran out of ammo, but I think you guys were fine. But then I was just like, with my last mag, I
Oh.
shoot the ice under him, and he just falls through and
And then the
dies.
robot has nothing to do.
And the
Oh.
robot was last alive. He was like,
Uh-oh.
I also didn't realize that you could scope in on the big sniper
really?
for a while.
Really?
Yeah, you got a middle mouse.
You don't
A
really
long
need.
shot?
You don't really need it in most
That's just
situations.
amazing, dude. That's a one hit. to
I'm
the
good
head.
enough with my mouse that I don't really need it unless it's like I'm actually shooting far.
What a
True.
pro.
Which most
You
of the
don't
time you're not
really
even
need-
shooting that far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty close quarters
That-
game,
that
man.
gun
You
is
can
pretty-
melee most people. Like
You-
just with
That
a
gun is
chainsaw.
nuts. Like a gun that one taps.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
amazing.
But it's also like real balance because it's literally, I don't know, this thing is based in the future, right? But that gun, it's a one bullet, and then you gotta take it out. The
Hey
bullet,
man,
and
it's
put
really
the
tough in the future. They don't
It's
got.
crazy. This is a weird future, man.
You think
Yeah.
they got like 4 or 5 bullets in the future?
Yeah, they're not a mag.
Nah, you remember,
Or
high
revolver.
capacity mags are banned in the future. Listen.
Oh yeah.
Probably,
The,
yeah.
the liberals took over in the future.
The liberals took-
I think it's cool how they make
They did,
reloading.
obviously they did that just to balance, to make it like if you could
Yeah.
fucking shoot that thing
my
as fast
God.
as you wanted.
That's a Beretta.
It'd
boom,
be like-
boom, boom. No, you know,
A
I like
Beretta?
how they
Oh, I feel like we need to put a disclosure here, by the way.
what?
We said liberals. This is not a political podcast. Nobody here hates anybody.
Okay,
alright?
liberal.
I fucking hate you. Dude.
What did you say? What did you say?
What do you say?
I have no idea. I actually couldn't hear him.
I said okay, liberal.
Oh, wow,
But yeah, it's all a joke. Calm down, all right? We ain't,
it's crazy.
no.
Thanks.
We're not taking sides. No red
we're-
and blue parties
yeah,
here.
We're tainted for the rest of our lives. You know.
Yeah, it's over. Someone's gonna.
We're
bring this
we're
flag
only
on us.
against politics.
years
That's
later,
against
Cancel
gamers.
PCMD.
Yeah,
it's
just,
over.
it's gone.
We didn't mean it. We didn't mean it. We didn't mean it.
We're only against anti gaming
Yeah,
politics. Which is
we are gamers for life. All right.
this is a libertarian.
I lost my fucking
no,
train of
but
thought, dude.
there are like
I'm about to replay this shit just so
There-
I can
politically-
know what I'm talking about.
politically there's like super. I'm not sure what like makes it happen, but there's people on the left and people on the right that think that like video games
Oh yeah.
makes. It's always like
It's a
the
dead
most. It's
topic.
always the most.
No, it's
yeah,
not a dead topic. They keep bringing it back.
Well, yeah, okay,
No,
they
I-
don't let it die.
Yeah, okay. We're trying to kill it, but they just won't
It's
let
these
us.
damn boomers.
These damn boomers. It's crazy how there's so much, but I mean these people cherry pick like.
No one above the age of 20 gives a shit.
Yeah.
No one above the age of like 40 gives a shit.
Well,
Or don't below the. Sorry.
well, it's more about like these people. There's so many just scientific research papers, and I don't know if how many people know this, but there are white papers that you can look up on Google Scholar, and with white papers, you have like engineering for a bunch, like just everything. Like if you're into speakers, there's like the KEF LS50s and how KEF made them. It's an incredible read if you care about speakers, and you have just like things that doctors in their respective like fields of
They
study.
did on their own time and research or something.
Yeah, their own research. Well, pretty much what made them doctors.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
like what got them that title.
Yeah, yeah.
And you have a lot of them did research on like the effects of media like violent media in general, video games, movies, TV shows. And I'd say a very large amount of them usually say that it has no correlation. If someone is already mentally damaged and they look at something like that, it'll maybe just accelerate what they were gonna do or give them an idea of what they
Regardless,
already wanted
they were
to
gonna do it.
Yeah, they were still
mean-
still hurt. They were
All right,
still
hold
they
on.
still were mentally they weren't all there. They wanted to do
Listen,
something.
like not to get political.
It's too late. It's too late.
but what the fuck is coleslaw?
What? What?
I mean, honestly,
What is he talking about?
I think the left has the answers. Can we get some leftist audience members to tell us what the fuck is coleslaw?
What? Is,
I'm trying to figure it out.
I'm like mad confused.
It's
Guys,
just
All right, no,
stupid
no,
meme.
no,
I'm so-
going
I'm
going back.
I'm so confused. I think I might be a boomer. I'm not catching on.
We have a secret boomer.
Boomers infiltrated.
No, but
Yeah.
obviously, yeah, like there's like like NBC and like all these TV shows aren't gonna stop playing.
Fox News is, I think, one of the biggest contributors. Like,
I mean, it's just boomers.
yeah,
It's not Fox News.
That's hilarious, man.
It's
Is that actually
boomers.
what, boomers or Fox News?
or like young kids like us are actually like blaming like our parents?
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sure. I guarantee there's some kids out there like, Mom, you don't know anything. The gamer don't do bad. It's like,
Yeah.
no, it's like, come on. Well, and I think that's the other side of the narrative, right? I do think video games do something. If you're already mentally unstable, I think video games might push you over the edge. Maybe, and that's what I think. I don't
Well,
take
yeah,
that
I
as.
mean, if
I'm not a researcher. I haven't looked into it.
I think if it becomes your reality or something, you know what I mean? Like people take it. Like,
if you're like
Yeah.
some sort of like psychopath or like you get off on like that concept, then you can play games that have that in that.
go ahead and answer. We got another buddy coming in. Go
Oh
ahead.
yeah, we got
Got
another
me.
member here. Hey man, we're gonna let you in. All right, see ya. Damn, that was really
You
loud.
hang up and he's like, "Hold on, I just left. He's not outside." All right,
So,
hold on. Quick
Yeah.
cut.
what was the last thing? It was the.
I have no idea.
We were talking about how like if you're a psychopath and you see that shit, like it might like obviously you're just gonna gravitate towards that kind of shit.
Oh yeah, of course. But even then, it might not be. I've also heard people say that that's not true. That even if you do have mental issues, it won't force you to do anything.
No, just if you
Or it
have,
won't
like,
push you to do anything. It won't-
whatever like in your environment or just whatever psychologically makes you like have that drive
You
and
know,
is really attracted to that kind of stuff.
I
It
understand.
is an option.
I understand why they say that, but here's my problem with that argument, because I had this conversation before with someone close to me, and it was so weird.
Yeah,
Because
we're not close to him.
because their
wasn't with
argument,
me.
their point changed. It went from, yeah, look what video games do.
Was it a
Right?
boomer?
It was a boomer. So no, but it was also my girlfriend. So
Oh wait, what?
yeah, I'm dating a MILF. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god, this
No, no.
podcast is crazy.
Yeah, no. So here's what happened. I was trying to explain the point that video games don't do that, and that was their point. It was that video games, yeah, they do that, but at the same time, it's like, oh wait a second, yeah, of course not. Video games can't do that. A gun doesn't shoot itself. You know what I mean? So then they changed the topic to, no, but video games, excite those individuals that will do that. You know what I mean? Like, and so they changed their point, and I was just like, well, if you're gonna change your point like that, then, I mean, I'm gonna hit you with those people are gonna do that anyways. Just because you take away, this is a whole other topic, but it's an analogy. Just because you take away guns from someone doesn't necessarily mean that they're not gonna kill somebody. They're gonna find another way to kill that person.
It's hard to
It's not-
say. Like it's hard to put like a actual like. There's no way of like monitoring that. Be like how many like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's like
The only way is to talk to people, teach them, like
yeah. This is
tell them that
this is-
that's not going to do anything. Like there are some people that need to be watched. I think, like
monitored.
monitored and incels.
Kai.
But just looking at like,
Sending this.
That's a guy.
oh yeah, Kai maybe. But there are some people that need to be helped with that. There are some people that just they've never been paid attention to. You know, that's usually where like school shootings come from, right? So they don't. Nobody helps them.
I have a suggestion.
Yeah.
Let's talk about gaming.
This is gaming. I'm gaming right now.
I'm-
I'm vibing.
I'm
I don't know
vibing.
about you guys. I'm vibing.
Right now, I'm vibing too, but
Yeah.
I don't
wanna
know
talk
how you
about
could be so
serious
chill.
stuff.
Honestly,
That shit
This
hurts.
topic actually got me like pretty sweating right now. Like,
Are you sweating?
yeah, I'm pretty sweaty.
that's what that smell was. All right.
Pretty much sweating right now. Yeah, so that's fine.
Well, let's continue with gaming. Actually, one thing I noticed, we didn't mention our rigs or anything after talking about like
Yeah.
having issues with.
I know I'm
gears
running
and
my
stuff.
shit on a toaster.
Oh, damn! We're never getting sponsored by Razer. That's crazy.
No.
I
The
can't
no, I
believe-
have a Razer laptop. It's the Razer 15. right?
Yeah, Blade 15.
Blade 15, 2060.
What graphics card does that have?
RTX 2060. It's,
Yeah, your shit starts with a 2.
yeah. My shit starts with a 2, bro.
He ain't a broke boy.
I
That's
ain't
for
no broke
sure.
boy.
Oh.
Yeah, I am. But I got good credit. You know what I'm saying?
Brick boy.
Banks
like-
love me, boy.
What is it?
You're-
16 gigs of RAM.
you're their
16 gigs of RAM.
you're their favorite patron.
8750. i7 8750.
Yeah, that's a 6
It's an amazing laptop.
But
We're
it's a
recording
laptop.
on this right now, I have no problem with it. It replaced
This
my
is
PC
all to the laptop mic.
perfectly. The only thing that I don't like about it is that it gets hot as hell. That's why I call it a toaster. Might as well call it an oven,
No,
a furnace.
on
It's crazy.
when I
hot.
was on my first deployment, I had some like 2013. This is what year is this?
2019, man.
2019,
You all right,
man.
man?
No.
Hey,
I'm saying
just
my
for
laptop.
context, we got a couple beers.
This guy might be a boomer.
I think my laptop might have been from like 2012, and I was playing it in like 2014, and it was a high end, but it wasn't gaming or anything.
Right.
And I don't really like gaming laptops just because I know people in the Marine Corps that had bought a lot of gaming laptops,
He's a Marine, by the way.
and they had so many issues. Like they're always break, and it's like, think of it like
Yeah,
With-
gaming
with-
laptops of then are not the same as now.
Mm,
though.
Oh,
Perhaps.
Remember Jordan's fucking 2620s? What was it?
But
Oh,
as
Jordan's. Yeah, the Lenovo Y70.
Yeah.
I mean,
a-
that
as
shit sucks.
as a basic computer builder, like it's kind of like a pickup truck for like a mechanic. Like
yeah.
in a pickup truck, everything is extremely like everything is just where it's supposed to be. Everything's
Mhm.
super accessible.
job
It's
done.
easy to like get each part. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Easy to
Like
work
nothing's in a
on.
weird place. You don't have to like do any like
Yeah.
crazy tooling, and then you have like a foreign car, like
Yeah,
some
like
like
German.
a Lexus.
Yeah.
You have to have like
Japanese.
special like European tool sets to get like to even change your oil.
Yeah.
Because my dad has always changed
Lexus
his
is
oil.
just Toyota, so that's people don't have that complaint with that brand. But like with Mercedes, good luck.
No, like
And
For-
Porsche,
for example-
my Porsche, it costs $200 for an oil change.
for example, no,
$200.
my
That's
dad.
that including the oil, right? It has to be what's
No,
synthetic.
that
Like,
includes the oil. Yeah,
Because I would have believed it if you would have told me that it didn't include the oil.
yeah, dude. And it's because like
Well,
they have
that's-
to put it up on the lift or something. Like I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's
My
it's
dad
absurd.
has like changed the oil in like every car he's ever owned, and my mom bought a Lexus,
Yeah.
and like he needed some like European like tooling or like some weird shit. Like he just couldn't do it.
I mean, so it is the metric system. I don't know if that's what you're
Yeah,
talking
I'm not sure what it was, but like he couldn't even
Japanese.
change the oil. What I'm getting at though
Mhm.
is that a gaming laptop is kind of like a foreign car,
Yeah.
and like buying a PC is like a pickup truck. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, something's weird. It's like it's so easy to test what's wrong with
True.
it
I get-
replace the part, and anybody can do it.
I get what you're saying. And coming from me, who build PCs as a hobby and shit,
Now does it for a living.
nah.
Like if something
And
goes
then-
wrong in that fucking laptop, you have to take it back to the manufacturer, and that's stupid.
But the thing is,
Yeah, RAM is soldered on and shit.
RAM.
Like,
Well, is it?
actually, I'm not sure, but with most of them they are.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at that one. You know, I haven't looked into it. I haven't looked, but I'm pretty sure what is soldered on CPU.
And you would
graphics card.
you would void
So-
the
two
fuck
most
out of the
important
warranty.
components.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would void any sort of like
If I open
warranty / anything.
Yeah.
They would never talk
At
to you
the
again.
same time,
yeah,
They just
they'll
ghost
stop
you.
answering your emails.
It's like, hey, I actually may
At
have
the same time,
soldered part of my
this
piece.
Razer
my
laptop has been phenomenal. I have no problems with it, and I'm gonna continue using it. I think it's gonna last a few more years, man, because it's just it's so great.
Yeah,
you
so
know what I
you got
mean?
in that mercury white too. That thing
Yeah,
is
that's
beautiful.
that shit. So it's just okay. Your setup.
So for me, I had no issue with Gears. Love Gears, and mine's custom i7 7700K clocked. I overclocked it to 4.7. Nothing crazy. Because I wanted to undervolt it. I mainly cared about temperature. You know, I wanted to be as cool as possible.
Hot as hell right now.
Yeah.
With
Well,
the-
no, not really. It's pretty- well, Cinema 4D has definitely made
Yeah.
my life. It's changed my life
Living
for the
hell.
worst.
Side note: is it bad that I don't know what CPU I have?
It's okay because I do.
Eh,
But
we
so I have
we
16
remember-
gigs of
didn't we help
RAM.
you build it?
Yeah, 16 gigs of RAM and a 1080 Ti, and it's all custom. It's all in a custom hardline loop that Marlon and I did.
Hell yeah. That shit was dope.
Yeah, those are the main specs of the
Oh,
computer.
it was a fractal. No,
It's the Meshify C is the case.
pretty sick.
Yeah, I love it. I love my computer. I wouldn't. I haven't even touched it. Just
You have a
'cause it's perfect there.
24 inch
Yeah, I
monitor.
didn't even play
I
it,
have a
bro.
24 and a 22. One of the 22 is that crazy LG Ultrafine 4K, the one that's only for Macs. Don't. If anyone wants to know how I got that working, maybe I'll make a video or something. 'Cause
Yeah.
that was
That's a tutorial right there.
that's impressive. Let me tell you, I'm crazy. But
Thunderbolt to something.
no, it's
from
Type
outer
C
space.
only. But
Oh, Type C.
yeah, getting Type C out of a graphics card that doesn't have Type C, you can't just use like a display port to Type
An
C cable.
adapter. Some,
It doesn't work. Yeah,
chuck
you have to
looking
get
thing.
like it's story for another day. But
Yeah.
I'm glad it's working. It's a beautiful, gorgeous monitor. I do all color correction and
awesome.
just pro stuff there. And then I have the 24-inch Dell SG4517, I think is the model number.
That's amazing that you got at least 2 digits.
Yeah, it's something like that. And it's 24-inch, 165 hertz G-Sync display, and I have to say, I love that thing.
It's pretty great, right?
The only thing I would change it for is like an ultra wide, but
Even then,
I have
man.
had zero issues with it. It looks pretty good. I mean, you know, when I do color correction or if I'm watching like a Netflix show or something, I'll
Yeah.
definitely put it either on my TV or on the 22-inch LG, but it doesn't look terrible on the Dell. Even though it's a gaming monitor TN panel, it still looks decent. It's a pretty good TN. I guess that's the best I could say about the
No,
colors.
Dell. From what I've seen,
Dell's
from Dell,
magic.
they know what the hell they're doing.
I have a Dell model.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
two.
Yeah, you got
Sicko.
two.
About
Wait, so what's his setup, Frank? I'm not even gonna ask you, man.
I know how to set up.
Oh, do you? All right.
To an extent.
All right.
No.
Okay.
I got that. Hey, what CPU I got?
He's got the 4770K, and it's cooled by an H100i.
Hey, it's pretty good. I've never even overclocked it. Probably should do that.
Yeah.
But you know, it's almost too late now.
It's not too late.
He has a 4770K.
Yeah, shit old.
Your shit.
It works.
I know. I believe you. What do you got running in there? 980 Ti.
My 980 Ti.
Like, at this-
not Founders Edition. That didn't exist back then.
This man
It's
is
just
like,
the stock cooler, basically.
this guy's living in 2010, bro.
The average
But
like
that shit
hours.
works.
The average hours that I play video games is like maybe an hour or two a day.
Man,
No,
that's
no,
more than
that's-
we do. And we,
Exactly, and you guys have better rigs than me.
Smoke weed.
Yeah.
Damn, we're getting political again. It's crazy.
Not to get
How is it
political.
I'm just calling him out.
Oh, shit. Let's just talk shit about him.
Yeah, bring a podcast guest and then just roast them.
Pod roast.
Yeah, I have some like I'm not even sure what exactly monitors they are, but there's some like I think they're 24-inch Dells with like 60 hertz. They're nothing special, but I don't need more than 60 hertz. That's my graphics card and my CPU are old.
Yeah, you're not trying to go pro, right?
And it's I'm
Kinda
not
enjoy
I'm not
it.
playing like extremely competitive games. I don't
You
want to
used to,
like
man. Those are good.
sacrifice performance for more frame. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Or the,
Like,
the
I'm like-
visual quality.
Yeah, like I don't
for
want to
me.
like lower my graphics settings so I can get more frames.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Or even I don't even really care about pushing past 1080. Pause.
Nah.
Is that? Oh.
Yeah. That was funny.
Yeah.
Weird cutoff there. But
But
that's
yeah,
it's a decent setup. I remember the 4770K kicking
Just-
ass in his time.
just for
I mean,
like
if you don't notice any performance
it's not.
bottlenecks or issues,
It doesn't
then
bother me. Obviously, I know if I spent a shit ton of bread,
Just know
I could
you're,
have a better.
you're 4 generations behind.
I know. I haven't upgraded in 4 gen.
No, wait, 5.
Yeah, we're on the 9 series.
We're in a
man.
9 series.
I'm
What are
j-
they gonna do in the hit with a 10, man? Like, what is it?
I'm waiting for 10 nanometers.
i7 177K.
But when I
The
do
naming
upgrade,
schemes are getting crazy.
Yeah.
when I upgrade, I'm gonna feel it.
Yeah, you are gonna
probably.
feel it, man.
I
That's
can
why you
be-
gotta wait. You know, you can't just do like 1080 Ti to 2080 Ti. Like, you're not gonna feel much.
You should have bought Cassandra's computer if you wanted to upgrade, man. I was selling it for
Whatever.
$500.
Oh yeah, that would have been a good.
Well, you still have the other Titan X.
I do have a
Hey,
Titan
I'm
X.
sure one of
Actually, no, I think Artemio wanted it.
Listen,
A Demio wants that Titan X?
Yeah, how much were you selling it for? 250.
What did you tell him?
250.
Because the thing is, Chino's like, it's not my graphic card. So Chino's like, yeah, man, just sell it online. All I want is $200. So I was just gonna put it up for like 3 something. But now I'm only making $50.
Well,
someone
man, you should have told him yourself.
someone in the friend group will make a bad financial decision in the next couple of years, and I will get.
That is true. I mean, that's pretty much how Chino got his upgrade.
That's how I've been doing it. I've just been relying on hand me downs from you two.
Anthony bought a 2080, and then he was like, "Man, this shit sucks." And he bought a 2080 Ti, and he just gave the 2080 to Chino.
That's crazy.
He's
yeah.
an idiot.
He's a legend, honestly.
He has too much money. We should like take some.
Yeah.
He doesn't need that.
Yeah, you already took some.
Honestly, let's take from the 1%.
Hey, Marlon,
We're getting political again, damn it.
Marlon, didn't you already take some?
What do you mean? Oh yeah.
For context,
Right.
Anthony bought Marlon his car. It's a
Yeah, it's a Miata.
1992 Mazda Miata.
Yeah.
NA.
Yep. That's
NA?
right.
NA. Not
Nice.
a not
and,
applicable.
and I have not paid him back.
Now
yeah,
that is a sicko move right there.
Hopefully this
Well, we
podcast
should borrow
blows
some
up
more,
and I'll be
though.
able to pay back my boy the $2,600 I owe him.
We should, we should borrow more though. What's he doing
Honestly,
with it?
what's
he lives
he gonna
with
do
his,
with it? Yeah.
He lives with his parents, man.
Yeah, so do I.
He doesn't need it.
Yeah, but you pay your rent.
Hmm.
Yeah, but he
you
pays.
know.
His
so,
parents
you
told him to go to bed.
This is what a contrast. I mean, Well,
When you
Honestly.
pay the bills, your parents can't tell you to go to bed.
for real, right?
Be like,
I mean, it's really
I'm waking up tomorrow to pay the bills. Shut
honestly.
the fuck up.
I would never tell that to them. I would never say that to the.
But they would
to
never.
their
They would
face.
never ask you to tell you. They would never tell you to go to bed.
Obviously not.
Exactly. So this argument isn't valid.
Yeah. But honestly, like it, it's pretty shitty. But I just knowing that it makes you feel like shit as a son. You know what I mean? Like as soon as they say something, it's like, oh yeah, you know what I mean? Like
I can't tell you to do something. You're like, well,
I don't know.
Just so you know, I pay the bills around here.
Yeah. For real.
you want to
man.
live here tomorrow?
Oh,
damn.
my
Kicking your own
God.
parents out. That
That
would
would be
man.
scumbag.
Whenever,
That'd
be
whenever I hear
ex-
stories about that,
that's
that's
disgusting.
heartbreaking.
They're
man.
chill. They're
That's-
vibing though. So
That's just,
I mean, they're just chilling. I mean, but
oh
yeah,
my god.
that's we're getting political again. We gotta.
Nah,
this
His
is
parents are vibing. I don't know what's political about that.
It's these boomers bringing us back to the same topic.
it's always the boomers' fault, man. I'm tired of boomers.
Oh my god. Yeah, but man, I mean, when you upgrade, it is gonna be pretty sick. You're gonna be. I'm even gonna recommend you to go to Ryzen at that point.
Cause I don't know. Yeah,
Ryzen
I know
is
the
so
new
good.
Ryzen's
He's an
are nuts.
AMD hater, man.
You are.
No, I was, but I heard that AMD is.
I was.
I heard that AMD is murdering Intel right now. I'm not super up to date.
Well, and the
but-
price per performance, yeah. Man, I think
Yeah.
it's crazy. Have you seen
Well,
I gave
Doesn't
I think
AMD
two? Huh?
I think the new 3800X. That's the one I got for Artemia.
That's just sick.
I've
Yeah, that
heard
thing's faster than
I've heard that,
9900K,
like-
and it's like $40 cheaper.
even
It's crazy.
AMD stuff is like, or specifically like the CPUs are like not poorly, but just not as well optimized as Intel.
That was the case with Ryzen first gen,
That shit.
but we're on Ryzen. Well, Zen 2 is the new architecture,
Mm.
and it's so far so good. I mean, Artemio has not had any issues. Just to give you an idea of this guy's workflow, he has 3ds Max open.
What is that?
Mm-hmm.
3ds Max is a
3D
program.
modeling
Yeah,
software.
one of the craziest ones. Like pretty much one of the
It
best
takes
ones.
2 years to open
Yeah.
on the highest end computer for some
Yeah.
damn reason.
It's just loading plugins.
Yeah.
So he keeps that open with Photoshop open, with Unreal Engine open, because he uses Unreal Engine for his real-time renderer and he renders on
Who's this
V-Ray
guy?
on 3ds Max. He's my coworker. He does all of our visualizations.
And what do you do?
basically.
I know what you do, but you know what I'm asking for.
Okay, I build racing simulators. I'm a racing simulators.
He's
basically,
lunch.
like high-end racing simulators.
Stroke
And
that dick.
he does all the visualization for our company. Just
He
just
3D
designing.
modeled a damn car that would go into the damn sim.
Oh yeah, he makes the sims, the cars that go into the sims.
Oh, that's
It's
kinda
actually
cool.
pretty
Yeah,
crazy.
he's crazy.
I,
Look,
w-
that's crazy.
isn't that software already out? Like
In what sense?
wouldn't that already? Why hasn't someone done that before
What do you mean?
for each car?
Oh yeah, no, he uses that software to make the car. He models the car.
Yep, yep,
so-
yep.
In
The-
the game, right?
Yeah, to put it into the game.
But like no one's done that before. Like that's not part of the software of the game.
Yeah, the ability to do that. Yeah, Assetto Corsa is the software we use, and
So is he
it's
adding custom cars? Is that what I'm
basically-
asking?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
man.
super moddable. Super moddable.
That's pretty good. I wish. What was the topic I had again?
just how just what his computer runs. Like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
the fact that could you imagine running 4 highly intensive programs, because he runs 3ds Max and he does his I guess you could say the still image renders on V-Ray, which is a crazy ray tracing CPU based absurd renderer. He uses Unreal Engine for the real time render. So like while he's running the program, it's Unreal. And then the
Tim?
other one is Photoshop, which is where he does all his, just texturing and any other visual effects he needs to add to the car.
Well, I'm starting, yeah. So, but I also have, I think it's like the K60. It's like the cheap version of the regular Corsair, like bottom of the line, red, clicky keyboard.
Yeah.
So my last one worked fine. I had it for a long time. Just pause it.
Dude,
And I bought, it's like a slightly cheaper version of the same keyboard, and 2 of the keys broke within a month.
Which
I
2
remember
keys?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, well, I can contact Corsair customer support, and they'll take like 4 days to respond, which they actually did when I did contact them. I was like, I'm just gonna order a new key set, which Corsair sells. so I just gave them more money because they made me mad.
That makes sense to me. But
But I was just like, I'm not gonna wait like 2 weeks for them to send me 2 fucking buttons. Like it's just very frustrating.
Do you think it was like a lemon, or you think like?
No, I think something's wrong with their keys.
Damn, like the caps.
Yeah, the
That's what
caps.
your
But that
problem.
was just that key set. That was like the cheaper version.
So the actual keyboard works.
Yeah, that mechanically it's fine.
It's,
Oh my
it's
God.
just
It's
a
just
cap
the
on
key
top.
caps just keep breaking.
I've never seen
That's
that.
actually strange.
Yeah.
Like like there's like the hole that like there's like the plus sign on the keyboard,
yeah.
and then the hole like that
Yeah.
attaches the female end, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This that adapter kept breaking.
The Cherry MX adapter kept.
Yeah,
Okay.
it kept
that's,
snapping.
That's actually weird because those things are supposed to be like really sturdy.
I was really upset. But you know, I like Corsair keyboards, so it's tough.
So you're a sheep. But anyway.
and then I have the Logitech mouse. It's like the wireless version, but it's the wired version, and I regret it.
You mean the
because-
G703?
Yeah, the G703.
Wait, I have the G403, right?
Oh, I mean that one. Yeah, the G703 is the wireless one.
The wire-
The,
Well,
it's,
no,
supports
mine-
power play. Power play.
Mine's a 403.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yours is G403 wired.
Yeah.
You have the wireless.
Yeah, it's
Just-
amazing.
I heard it's good.
There's no difference.
And yeah, there's no difference. Like it'd just be nice if it not. It kind of bothers me sometimes.
The cable.
Oh, it was like 30
I mean,
bucks
you already
cheaper,
spend
man.
a lot of money anyways. Just fucking.
Yeah, it was a while back when I made that decision, and I like it wouldn't have been that big of a deal for me to do it. I just didn't trust the battery running out and like the response time. They're like, it's like there's no response time. Like I don't believe it.
Oh.
But apparently I tested it and it's true. So whatever.
Real quick,
So-
let me just introduce Timmy. He just fucking walked in here like he owned the place.
Yeah, not
We're-
sure who invited this guy. Honestly.
He brought us McDonald's. Go ahead.
Yeah, this
We're
dude,
just-
the only reason he's here is because he brought us McDonald's.
Yeah. No. So we're just
didn't
introducing our
even pay for it.
setups.
Oh.
It wasn't me.
Yeah,
That's
thanks,
crazy.
Jen.
This man just stole McDonald's. You heard it here first. That's crazy.
So go ahead, talk about your setup, man. Do you even know what you have?
No. Logitech G502 mouse, which I've had for like 2 years. No, it's been longer than that. How long has it been, Frank? You bought it for me. Or you suggested it for me.
It's been like 2 years.
Okay.
I know because I bought Willie bought his like a year ago. So.
And then I had the Logitech gaming something or other keyboard, which shit out on me. So I bought Corsair something or other that you told me.
Based in red pill.
Which I mean, I don't have any complaints, but I don't have any like high praise about it either.
It clicks.
It
when I
clicks.
want it. It
Clicks
I press
very
button,
well.
it works.
The screen does something.
That's the minimum expectation. I click, it go.
Keyboards are getting crazy,
No,
man.
man, but your setup, I think.
Who's the worst setup in the friend group?
Well, I don't know
Worst
about the worst.
setup?
Yeah.
That's. I mean, everyone has pretty decent.
Yeah,
setup.
man.
I don't-
Nobody has a bad setup.
It used to be like Jordan with his laptop.
Rick.
Jordan.
There's Rick a while.
Oh,
Long
Rick
time.
with he didn't even have a graphics card, so he could only play CS:GO and League.
Oh,
I played
This is-
Minecraft too.
Not having a graphics
Oh
card.
yeah,
so
he played
funny.
Minecraft. He it was running on integrated. That's it.
that's so bad, dude.
He did it, man. He's a champ.
Crazy. No, but yo, you pop a smoke, he's gone.
Yeah. And I remember that if you popped a smoke, you had to look away. He would just take
Yeah,
it.
take
Like
it.
if someone like Stewie 2K pushed to that shit, he's dead. That was just he wasn't looking at it. It was
Was
got-
it like
No, but I was talking about.
bad frames?
I was talking about.
yeah, smokes. You know, it's a lot
It's
of
pretty bad,
particle
man.
effects.
Well, for at least integrated. I mean,
Yeah,
smoke CS. Aren't the smokes in CS like just 2D images?
textures.
You know what I mean?
I think if you put it on Ultra, it's an actual
Oh,
particle
okay.
effect.
All right, all right.
Because I think it used to be 2D textures, and then they like people found a shit ton
There's
of
a
ways
lot
to
of
just
glitches.
look
There's
through
a lot
them.
of glitches
Yeah.
in the smoke where
Yeah.
you could like see like the outline of someone.
Yeah, man.
So they turned
That's
them
still
into
a thing.
actual smoke, so that it's like
So they
Sucks.
still haven't fixed it. Is what I'm hearing.
that's
No.
crazy.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say about
still a
Timmy's setup was he has the biggest fucking fan,
On the
Ever
planet,
seen-
he has a Noctua DH15. That shit is
crazy big.
you can knock somebody out. Like
don't
if
know
someone
how-
breaks into Timmy's house, he just rips it out of his computer and he throws it at them, and they're dead.
No,
It's-
I don't know how his motherboard doesn't split in half from the sheer weight
Under the weight.
of that fucking thing. It's crazy.
It just falls out into his like. He's like
just ruins his
transporting
graphics
his PC. He's like, "What's that rattling noise, man?" It's just
card. Clack, 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 clack. Jesus Christ,
that giant block is just on the ground. It's crazy.
man.
I think what saves it is that your PC is upside down.
That's true. It's meant for lefties, right? Or
Yeah, it's
how is it?
it's because his setup used to be.
He's got a left-handed
the-
computer. That's crazy.
No, what's that called, man? It's like they have a name for it. Like,
inverted.
Southpaw?
Inverted.
Southpaw.
Yeah, it's an inverted case setup. It's
What are
either-
like the settings for like Xbox controllers when you go through them?
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Yeah, it's
No,
inverted.
but
It's
there's
inverted.
other ones that
Oh.
sound stupid.
Yaw pitch.
Yeah,
Roll.
It's just y'all pitched.
Oh shit. Well, yeah, he's got the 7th gen Intel i5, I think.
He's
I don't know
nodding.
why-
I don't know.
why you're looking at me because
I think you do.
He just
I don't
games,
remember.
all right. He
See,
doesn't.
if
He's
it
a
doesn't-
gamer, man. He
See,
doesn't.
a GPU is easy because it just says it.
Yes,
Yeah.
on the side.
It lets you know.
Oh man, most of them just say nowadays. Just say GeForce or some shit like
A GTX.
RTX.
Right?
Yeah, RTX.
RTX. Sorry, we're not broke like you.
Broke boys.
yeah.
For broke boys, it says GTX.
Yeah.
But
Nah. For people that
I
spend too
never
much
even
money,
seen
it
that
says
before.
RTX.
Never must be broke.
You know, you think people are pissed at the fact that the 1080 Ti is not being so much like outperformed by the RTX series?
I think they were at the beginning, but now nobody gives a shit because now everybody owns a 2080 Ti.
That's true.
I think they forgot.
What?
Honestly,
Now everyone. How much are 2080 Ti's?
like $1,200.
That's fucking stupid.
You can get one for $1,000. That's not bad.
That's
$200
way too
off.
expensive.
That's literally what a Titan used to cost. That's crazy.
That's like
That's a
like I'm
Titan
saying,
X.
To be
I'm
fair,
sorry.
the Titan X wasn't
That's not a-
worth it at that price.
That's not
Back
a-
then, I mean, to render all that shit, like
It's crazy that nobody batted an eye either. Like Anthony bought one, Chino bought
Whoa,
one.
remember
It was like-
when I was working at Target
Yeah,
Direct,
you
it was
guys are-
closing
you
oh
down.
yeah, he stole them. That's
You guys
right.
are-
Yeah, he's, no, I was working at Target Direct, and it was like liquidating. It was closing down, so they got it for $700. They got it for the same price.
As a
980
780
Ti.
or
Yeah,
oh.
so that's why he copped on that. Now I'm trying to sell it
yeah.
on eBay. Hopefully somebody fucking buys it.
If not, you got a Demi, man, 250.
Yeah,
no,
fuck
but
off.
yeah. Timmy's, yeah, it's i5, 16 gigs of RAM, with a 1070 Ti blower fan.
Pretty great setup.
It's pretty good.
He
man.
added another
He
monitor
plays
to it.
Borderlands and stuff.
He plays games.
He's got
on
3
his phone.
monitors. Each one, this is crazy.
If
I wish
you
we had.
run-
I wish we could show a picture.
He could run like Civ 5 probably.
It's a 5, at least 5, maybe 4, but he's got 3 monitors and they're all completely different.
Yeah, man.
They have no
done that
similarities
before.
between them.
I'm feeling a little tired right now. I should probably get like another beer to loosen me up.
Loosen you up.
Yeah.
You're gonna fall asleep, bro.
I can loosen you up.
What? This is a PG podcast, dude. All right, so don't fucking do that.
What will loosen you up?
Damn, we said no girls allowed earlier, but they just heard a girl laugh.
That's crazy.
We've been exposed. Dude, that's a GG. That's a
We're gonna
GG.
need all women to leave the room.
No whamming. No whamming on this podcast.
Yeah. Me and Frank were having a conversation earlier on the car. I want to see
the car?
Timmy's. Yeah, on the car. Yeah,
We were
we're-
sitting
it
on
was a
top of
convertible.
us.
Yeah, it's a convertible. So you're technically that's a good conversation. It's just to really like quickly strafe off in that. A convertible. Are you on the car or are you in it?
In it.
Yeah,
In it?
Yeah, it's
In it
alright.
because of
It's
just
alright.
of your modern, just a norm.
No,
No,
we're
or
you're
like-
surrounded by
You're
it.
surrounded by it, yeah.
Just
Yeah, but
not
you
at the
got-
top.
you
But
know-
like you could be in a box even if the top of the box is open.
Yeah.
All right. So basically, I wanted to get Timmy's opinion on because I know he never got too deep into Siege.
Yeah, I give a shit.
Dead
And
game,
it
calling
was
it
fun
now.
for- Everybody
about
knows how it
30
went downhill.
hours.
You did what now?
That was fun for about 30 hours.
Y'all only got into it because you thought you'd be competitive.
We were competitive.
We
I still have a shit ton of pros I played with on my
Are you
friends
pro?
list.
They were.
I played with pros. What's the
Oh,
difference?
okay.
Tell me what the difference is.
No one's paying you.
Fuck. Well,
Unlucky.
but and then we were comparing Siege to CS, and how CS has like, had they ever actually really like tremendously like fucked up that the community was just like.
Yeah,
Fuck.
All the
The
time.
R8
R8
yeah,
revolver.
yeah.
Immediately.
Although,
off the
to be
bat, the
fair-
revolver.
But that sounds like fun, not like.
It was.
It was
hilarious.
fun. It was so
stupid.
fun.
I mean, I'm sure some people that are trying to take it seriously were very upset.
But immediately, like every platform that you could play competitively, just immediately banned it.
Yeah, it was
Like about 6 hours into the update, they were like, "All right, this is not gonna work with us."
Jesus Christ.
It,
And
it took
everyone-
them forever.
The thing is that was so stupid because everyone knew it wasn't gonna work within like an hour.
Yeah, it's
And
like
it took them like
The
a
top
couple days to
comments
fix it.
on like the Reddit threads were like, "Yeah, this is gonna be a shit show. This is gonna be fun." Like,
not just that, but
it
the
was-
revolver had been leaked for like months prior,
It was the Wild Wild West.
and it was like, how did you
and it was
guys?
beautiful.
I
how do you
refuse to
release
play
that?
on competitive.
How do you release the revolver and not know that was gonna happen. You took months to develop it, and
That's-
the second that it
Well,
got
real
like,
quick, explain the issue
That was the listen.
it was an op for 600, no, 6 or 800, something like
650.
650.
Yeah, I remember like someone would buy an op and then it'd just get R-rated.
Yeah, dude, it was like nobody was buying ops anymore. You were just fighting with R8s. You would go down mid in like Mirage, and it was just boom, boom, boom.
Okay,
Nobody was
The
playing
grand
any other gun.
conspiracy is, which doesn't really seem like it would be below them, is to sell a shit ton of skins.
I mean,
they
What
made a
kind of
gun
skins?
that is
R8
super
skins.
awesome.
The R8 skins were worthless at the beginning.
Yeah, they were.
Were they? Well, maybe
Yeah.
they thought they'd be.
We thought, oh, this thing's so strong, everyone's gonna want
I
skins
mean, the
for
most
it.
recent, like I haven't played CS in a while, but the most like recent thing I can remember of is them adding gloves and shit. Like
Gloves are epic. That I'm all for that, but they should also be cheaper. I want
Yeah,
gloves.
why would they?
I want new gloves.
They need to like stop the artificial like, Valve.
oh
sets the
no, I'm
value.
sorry, the MP5, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
No, but
Right.
Valve sets the
MP5's alright.
like the value of something like gloves. Like they're like, oh, I want these to be $300 plus. Like that's so
Well,
stupid.
they're
That's
not
just
the
the
ones that
rarity of it.
decide it,
Yeah,
though.
they don't
Yeah.
decide it. It's
Yeah,
just
but they
how
intentionally
rare
make
it
it rare, like Supreme. So
Yeah,
Supreme.
RNG.
Well, even if it was rare, like there are some rare skins out there, like what the Desert Storm for the M4A4. That shit's like $1
like they could
or
have
less,
released a
and
glove
because
box
nobody gives a
where
shit.
it gives you a guaranteed glove skin, but they knew that they wanted like more, like people spending like $500 on shit.
Yeah,
And they're taking their
And
goddamn
then
what is it,
they take-
30%?
They take that
Yeah.
percent off, so they want that shit to be like high value, like thousands of dollars are being passed around with stupid ass glove skins.
That's crazy. Yo, let me tell you something. Steam is doing it like through a business like standpoint. Like, wow, literally. Like,
Well, I mean,
and
the
they don't
skins-
get and they don't
skins
get
have kinda
bashed for it
died.
as much as like EA, but EA does it like blatantly, right? Like,
yeah, it's too blatant. Like
They-
Valve does it behind the scenes.
yeah.
but
Remember when like a bunch of parents got mad or whatever the hell happened?
We should criticize
and they
Valve
turn
more,
they
I think.
they turn they like
yeah,
it
get
wasn't-
away with
they
too
shut
much.
down like a bunch of websites for gambling and shit for
yeah,
skins.
for
CS.
CS:GO
That was
skins.
a
But
big deal.
and Valve was still having their marketplace open, like it's all chilling. Like
But
Well,
it's
that was
that's
the
not
gambling
gambling.
part.
It's not gambling.
I guess not, but like
You know what
I
is
don't know.
gambling though? The case openings themselves
The-
are
yeah,
gambling.
yeah,
yeah.
That is blatant gambling.
I'm-
that's like
It's
the oldest
corporate
loot box I
gambling,
can think
yeah,
of.
it's
Corporate gambling. What?
It's sponsored.
That's
by
the
Valve.
oldest loot box that I can think of.
The chances
yeah.
for like the skins weren't even made to available to the public until like China had like a law, so you can see the probability of like getting each item if you're playing CS:GO in China or like somewhere like that.
And
But-
then it showed it for everyone.
right, because
Yeah.
if China sees it, of course, it's
Mm.
just gonna be
Yeah.
posted around on the internet, which that's pretty bad too. The fact that you didn't have any idea what your chances were, you just knew they were trash, so you kept buying.
Yeah, you just
But
kept
when
going.
you see the like 0.0000003% chance that you get this fucking like you have
Butterfly
to spend a
knife.
tremendous amount of money to get it is crazy.
Jesus Christ.
It is gambling, and it's pretty fucking bad that you didn't know the chances until then. Like
Yeah.
even gambling sites, you know your chances.
Yeah.
If you're doing coin flip,
Doing a freaking scratch out ticket.
generally for coin flips is 50-50.
Generally.
Generally, unless the website is rigged, which is why a lot of fucking places got shut down.
Yeah, because of course they were.
I remember like going, what was that website's name? There was like mil spec.
I
Yeah.
forgot. They had like the custom cases.
Yeah, man.
That was
Yeah.
That was
It like,
awful
one of
as
them was like
well.
CS Lotto.
CS Lotto, CS:GO Lounge. There was.
That was an era, truly.
That was
Yeah,
fun.
that was
You know, like
fun,
H3
man.
you know H3
Shout out,
CS:GO
kinda
Jack-
got
shout out
it.
Abel.
Yeah,
CS:GO jackpot or
Christ.
something.
that was crazy,
H3
man.
H3
So-
like killed it almost. Like he was one of the big
For one of
people.
those guys, for the
H3H?
people that were behind, like
He did a video about like how like the gambling is
but no, he
scamming, and then he did that.
didn't he expose the people that
Yeah,
were
Tfue,
running the
uh,
website.
Oh
Who
yeah,
was it?
T
Yeah.
Martin,
T.
not
Martin.
Tfue.
T Martin, bro. I remember being freaking like 12 watching that dude game.
I
on Call
remember
of Duty.
T Martin coming up with his dog. He's like,
Dude, that seems like such a long time ago, right? It was,
Yeah.
but it was like 4 or 5 years ago, right?
it was like
three,
three.
4
It
years
was
ago.
like 3.
Man, we're getting.
It was when Abel was still here.
I looked that up. Yeah, he passed away not too long ago.
It's crazy.
Rest in peace, man.
Not really.
I
Okay.
miss him already. Wait, it's not crazy?
No,
The-
that he's
the
not
first-
dead. But
Yeah, he's dead.
The first
dead to us.
the YouTube, what's it called? Suggestion when you search up T Martin is T Martin apology.
Yeah,
Still,
that's
That's
him breathing,
crazy.
man.
Yeah,
It's
he got
crazy.
killed.
it was 3 years ago.
Like he got
that's a re-upload.
he got eliminated.
I think the video got taken down.
Well, the main thing was that he was part of the website, but he said he wasn't. That was the thing, right?
Exactly. He said he
created it, and then it was like all his videos were like.
It's not me.
It's like I'm on this cool website, just heard about it. It's like, and I'm gonna gamble. It's like I just made a shit ton of money. Hell yeah, kids, get on there. Like, and he's like, by the way, I also may have made the website.
Holy shit!
But that was only after he got
was
called
putting-
out on it.
Right after all the facts were out, because he denied it after he got called out like the
Yeah.
first time. He was like, "It's not me. I
Yeah.
swear."
And then after that, he was like, "No,
Okay,
I'm
maybe
just
it's me.
I just invested in it. You know, after I won a couple times, I just started putting money into
It's
it.
like, it's like
and it's like, okay." And then it's like, "No, you made it." Like they found all the documents of like
it's like
creating the
it's like
URL
who
and everything.
registered the
I
company.
remember-
It's
Yeah,
like-
exactly. And it was him. And it was like,
yeah. No, they wanted
man,
to, like,
that's a big investment from the beginning. You invested, huh?
God damn.
That's crazy.
It's so much faith in this.
in this random
idea.
website. No, I remember like watching that apology. It felt so stupid.
It felt.
I felt like an insult
he-
to my intelligence. I didn't even invest in the same.
it was for kids.
like-
it was only for kids.
Yeah, but right.
It was for kids to keep
But
watching.
He
Oh, I
already
guess he-
died. They
like-
killed him. Like if the first thing that comes up is that, then he lost. Like
GG.
who was the other guy that didn't get as much attention?
I forgot his
I
name.
don't
I mean, he
remember.
didn't have much
Exactly.
attention to
case in
begin with.
point,
For
right?
some
Yeah.
reason, like that guy, T. Martin took all of the heat, and the other guy, because the other guy didn't say anything, and T. Martin like denied it,
Syndicate.
and then he apologized.
Syndicate, yeah, but he apologized instantly though. That was the difference. And his wasn't like a. No, it was like an actual apology. He was like, "Ah, guys, I should have been more transparent." Like, and he didn't deny it either. Once they called him out, he was like, "Yeah, you're right. My bad."
Yeah.
So that's why people weren't as pissed. Which I mean, they still should have been. But T. Martin just made things so much worse for himself.
Man, what a transition! I remember Team Martin like being really good with like, okay, guys, if you spawn on this side of the map, this is the best route you should take. You know, like he would draw on like a map. He would take like a PNG and just kind of draw over it. Like I don't know how he shifted into
Being an asshole.
like, oh my
that was
lord.
a trend. Like Mo
Mo's always been
Mo
an
is
asshole,
making
though.
like
Yeah, he's so fucking-
millions off like CS
Screaming.
gambling.
Just screaming.
No, but like he was making a shit ton off gambling and like actually winning a lot too. Like he I remember he had like 400. Like I watched a stream one time. He had like $400,000
Of
on
course.
one of these websites. Like that's nuts.
But of course he wins a lot because he's involved with the people.
Yeah, I
of
know,
course,
I know,
they're-
of course,
it's
yeah.
getting rigged for him.
Yeah, it's like, hey man, can you? Maybe he doesn't own the
If you
website, but I
promote it,
guarantee, yeah,
you
promoting it, it's like, hey,
I'm sure they.
if
give
you make a
him-
video with us, here's 10,000. Some of them did say, oh, they gave me these
No,
this
what I-
X amount of skins.
What I
Right.
think
Let's
what
gamble
happens
them.
is they give
Some
them
of them said
money
that.
on the website to gamble. So then they just have fun gambling. Everyone watches them. Blah blah blah.
and then everybody gambles.
Yeah, and then-
and they all win.
Yeah,
Every single one of them wins.
Dude.
except us.
This-
We never win.
There
I
was
never
a,
won.
there
I
was
just
a
wanna win
child
once.
gambling ring. That's no big deal though.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. And the fact that it's
It's
still going.
It's regulated though, isn't it?
What?
They still have
Nothing.
No,
goes.
websites.
not
thought-
at all.
I thought
They figured out like some loophole.
like Steam doesn't like, I don't know, like
No, Steam doesn't do shit. You buy a case.
So
you
the
buy a
bot-
key.
there's bots that are still rocking with it, and
Yeah, man. You buy a key.
I used some like a few months back. I don't know if you saw.
Damn, he just admitted to gambling. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
dude,
I have an
I
addiction.
can't
can't
believe
believe
we're
you just
here
took
with
that.
a gambler.
I have an addiction.
Hey, didn't you bet on like basketball games and shit? If
Yeah.
you still do it?
No.
He's lying. You listen to hesitation?
That wasn't a lie. It's just
Yo,
I
play
lost
it-
last
play it
time
back.
I did it, so I don't anymore.
He would do it again now.
You
You're
did
a
what
maniac,
now?
I lost
honestly.
last time I did it, so I don't
Oh,
do it
for real?
anymore.
He's gonna
Yeah.
wait a couple months to try it again.
Yeah, I see you in
It
the
was-
casino a lot.
Honestly, he goes to like
He
the Hard
won,
Rock
though, so-
all the
yeah,
time.
no, so it's okay because I won.
You know,
It's okay.
Kai won too, man. You gave him $100 and he won.
that's true. That was
Honestly?
awesome.
No, it's pretty dope.
That's some.
And then he
sicko
gave it
shit.
back to you.
Yeah,
And then
What a
you-
nice
and
guy.
then-
If
and then
only
you
he did
lost
that for
it.
Brandon.
I did lose it.
That
after
sucked. And then I lost too. You know what I mean? So fuck it.
Yeah, stop gambling, kids. No more gambling.
And then
Don't
as
open any more Steam boxes. Steam sucks.
and
I've
as
never
a like
Case
done
opening
anything
after the
remotely
stream,
nice.
by the way.
I probably opened 10 cases.
the only lucky one that I've known is Chino. The first Steam, not well, it was CS like loot
Case.
or whatever. First thing he got was a karambit.
Some people are just blessed.
He just got
Yeah.
$200. Yeah, it's crazy.
You'll know within 3 cases if you're blessed or not.
I've literally never opened a knife in a CS
And
case.
you never
Listen,
will.
if you
Oh,
open
thank
three-
you.
if you open 3 cases, you don't get a knife. You're just not gonna get one.
It's not for you.
Yeah.
But,
honestly.
dude.
Have you guys ever opened one?
No.
Oh.
Kai has and Chino has, and that's the only 2 people I know.
Damn. Well,
Well, Kai also
Jamie
probably spent
opened.
more
Jamie
money
opened both of his,
Than what the knife was worth.
which is not fair.
That's not fair at all.
That's not fair at all. I want to win just once, just one, please. I've gotten a couple Redskins.
Same, but nothing over $20, and that's where the problem lies.
I think the one time I got anything worthwhile was like a Hyper Beast that was like $60 or $70, and I ended up just using it until I got scammed. Do you remember that shit to me?
You guys scammed?
Yeah, I got scammed. That's another thing that needs
Idiot.
to change.
That's crazy.
They need to change that, man.
The way you trade in that game is pretty
Bro,
weird.
the way that guy did me, he did me dirty. I had no chance.
I think I heard about this back in the day. I just don't remember it now.
Yeah, I had a Hyper Beast, and he was
Did
he
you
was-
switch accounts or something?
no, he like switched. What was it? I think he did switch. It was either accounts or the actual item, and he did it in a way I don't know.
The actual item, I remember the
Yeah,
story.
he switched the actual item with one of lower quality, which was actually like $10 cheaper than my current skin, and then I was.
Oh.
The worst case
It
scenario.
wasn't
getting
awful,
scammed,
but he
it
just
still
scammed me.
kinda
It was just so
sucks.
quick, and I'm just like, whatever, man. I kind of want that skin. Then when I got it, it was like battle scarred, and I was like, okay, I'm pissed. They were like, it was like an even trade, and it became a very uneven trade. I was quite pissed. I didn't look into it that much, man. I just wanted a skin.
Honestly,
You can't
though,
trust any of those dudes. There's like people
Anybody on the internet.
that are just
Oh.
adding you on Steam, like from Russia. I'm like,
Well, it was
okay,
from
bud, what do you
CS:GO
want?
Lounge. It was like I was trying to trade it, and this guy he did me dirty, man. I was quite sad. I sold the
That's-
skin
That's
after.
like
I
a
didn't even
whole-
use
that's
it.
like a
I
whole
was pissed,
industry of scammers. I just wouldn't trust it on
Yeah.
Steam.
honestly.
I mean, welcome to the internet type of shit.
No, it's worse on like these Steam scammers are like elaborate. They're smart.
But like, I wonder
know
why
what they're
they spend so much time and energy on these. Like, I know you can trade it
They
for like
make money,
actual
bro.
money. I know, but you know how many
This
trades
is
you have to
pretty
do
big
for
thing.
the exchanges and shit.
Yeah, you see these people with like thousands of trades on their accounts.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the.
Or like there's some people with like 2,000 items. Some of them worth like $2,000. Like there's like
That's the way they make
collectors and
money.
Traders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, is
There's
it-
people
it's
like
almost like-
Wall Street traders.
Right. For them, it's
Those are
like-
investments,
like day
man.
traders, like that have like 6 monitors open and are looking at the stock market all day. It's just like them, but for trading. CS:GO items.
But they're 16-year-olds.
yeah, but
That's-
they're literally 12.
But then they get into it, and then they start trading actual stocks, and they just They make it.
Unlikely.
They
Unlikely
rip the
how-
country a new one.
hopefully they find something they like. Hopefully they
No,
start
they just
scamming
keep
people on
scamming,
Wall
boy.
Street.
Some Russian dude adds you on Steam.
I wonder if like
He's
if like
hey,
Steam
I
ever
want to be your friend. It's like I don't think so.
if Steam ever like actually like goes down. I imagine like the rate of homelessness like goes up by how much, you know?
500 gamers are.
Yeah.
I pay for my bills with CS:GO.
I wonder how many
skins.
people. I wonder how many people are paying for their bills with CS skins.
That
I think
besides,
it's a
like,
fair
pro gamers.
amount.
I don't think it's
Like not including like Shroud.
I think back then when it was not destroyed and
It'd
dismantled,
be a really nice amount.
I'm sure there were quite a few
Nowadays,
people.
I'm sure it's only
That's
like
kind of a
the
crazy
hundreds.
concept.
Quite a few people buying like whatever the highest end graphics
I
card
don't
was
think
at the
it'd be
time.
quite a
Upgrading
few.
their shit and
Right.
then
right. I don't think it replaced your day job or anything.
yeah, but they were making decent money.
I think that'd be like the top percent.
Right,
Yeah.
of course.
Or maybe the people that run the sites. Oh, they
Oh,
were
Oh
yeah,
my god, yeah, they're
they were
taking
driving
a piece of every single pie.
BMWs. They had a couple Mercedes in the garage.
Oh, those are pretty short lasting. Like I'm not sure how much they really.
If I was running one of those
If
sites,
it
one
was
of the
CS:GO
strats
launch,
that
I
I
mean,
would
it's still
do
up.
CS:GO launch
is
It's still up.
obviously.
Here's how I'm gonna scam children. From
yeah. So
Ireland.
one of the strats that I would do was running those sites. I would since it's so easy to create those sites, I would just make my own competition. So I would create different sites, but with the same inventory, same supply, same bots. You get what I'm saying?
You don't think people would catch on at all?
I mean, no, just because some people try this site. Oh, I fare better on this site, but and you can also now with the even Facebook fucking tracks you. You could probably track their accounts too if it's the same email. Oh, this guy lost this many time on this other site. Let me see if he fares better on this one. So now you got him hooked on this one because you saw that he lost on this one over here. Make him win on this one over here once, and now you got him going in that pattern. Make your own competition. And it's not regulated, so go balls to the wall. I mean,
Let's make 17 different sites.
That was
Yeah,
back
man.
In the day, though. I don't think you can do that anymore.
With
no,
the
of
same
course,
shit.
but
Yeah, you would have to agree some sketchy ass privacy policy. Which actually, who here has ever read a privacy policy?
who the hell has the
maybe.
time? Those things are,
They do that on purpose. But here's a crazy thing, right? Sometimes I forgot what I was downloading. It was like from a sketchy, not sketchy, but it was a website specifically for like free royalty free video, I think, or pictures. And they make you agree to like 7 different things, and they even tell you this is to allow us to use your email. This is to allow us to like. And I was like, they asked for way too many permissions, and I was like, I just click next without clicking to agree to any of them, and let me make the account and download whatever I want.
Pretty sick.
And then I found out that there's actually a lot of websites that do that. I looked it up, and there's a lot of places that you don't have to click agree, but you do anyway because you think you have to click agree.
Yeah, right.
Or some of them will, if you click agree instantly, it'll click next. But if you scroll all the way down, it'll still let you click next without clicking agree.
You know, I think it's just like a pre-imposed like.
Yeah, for
notion
years you've
that-
been clicking agree to Apple.
Because it happened
especially.
once, right?
Apple makes you. Apple's like, no.
Yeah.
We're
Some
definitely taking
software,
your stuff.
Some company, got it in your head.
Yeah.
You have to click agree.
Yeah.
And if you click disagree, I'm sorry, we can't continue processing whatever the hell.
Yeah. And then you have like uTorrent. Not that we use uTorrent
No, what is
for
it?
anything illegal.
No, I only seed. I don't leech.
Yeah. I actually use it for legitimate peer-to-peer services, and and yeah, with uTorrent, they make you like, you go through their stuff, and you have to agree to their terms for whatever reason, and then they ask you like, oh, you want to install Norton Antivirus, and it looks like just another term from theirs because they make it. It doesn't look like an ad, and it's already agreed for you.
Jesus.
You have to turn it off and then click next. And it's like, and they do it for like 3 different things. I know because I had to install it recently on my laptop. And it was like, okay, man, calm
Too
down,
much,
all right?
man.
All right, I get it. Program's free. You're trying to make money, but not off me, all right? Leave me alone.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I
I
mean-
forget which. It was another one that was using like their software to like Bitcoin mine.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
ESEA did that for a little bit.
That's so
ESEA
fucked.
did that?
Yes.
That's
Bitcoin
crazy.
mine? Are you
So-
kidding me?
Like,
Like,
you use, okay.
like you without you knowing?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's ridiculous. You know how much?
I pay for ESEA.
You know what?
I'm not doing that no more.
Do you
They
have
don't
any
do that.
idea how hard? I know because I've tried Bitcoin mining before with my old computers.
ESEA
It's
is like-
intensive.
Yeah, ESEA is like the ones. It's like we would like permission for your like everything, every file on your computer. I'm like, I don't know about that. I don't know if you guys are a very reputable company after that.
Bro, you know the people. You know those people like back then. Obviously, now every time that you have a new block to whatever, it gets harder to mine that same.
Yeah.
So back then,
Maybe
people
back in the day, like you could mine like crazy.
back in the day, people were getting old Android phones, linking them all up. You know,
You can mine like that, yeah.
it's crazy.
Dude, you could have made so much fucking money.
Yeah.
You could have gotten like hundreds of bitcoins if you like made a dedicated rig copy back.
I had a friend in my computer science class that had 3 Bitcoins, and he sold them for $86.
I-
Jeez.
Was
If he
that-
would have kept 3 whole ass
He would have been.
Bitcoins.
He would have
And,
sold
like,
that shit
20
at
and, like-
$60,000.
Yeah.
That's
It's like-
crazy. Just the thought of that. You
Yeah.
absolute baboon.
And like
No, I didn't know that was.
Oh, claro que
literally
no.
like, that was
I'm
like
sure he made a good ass fucking profit.
in like
oh yeah, for sure.
2015, I
86
bought
bucks, especially
Bitcoin.
when you're in high
I
school.
bought like
Like it
$100
was
at
mid.
Bitcoin.
Hell yeah,
It's
bro. He
like-
probably brought some crazy ass
I
bows.
think we were like 16.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well,
it's,
money to a 16-year-old.
That's crazy. Nobody would expect.
yeah, it just blew up out of nowhere. Like when he saw he made 86 bucks, I'm sure he was like, "Holy crap! I just made 86 bucks," and that was it. And
That
he
was
bought.
each Bitcoin.
Yeah, he bought a game.
He could
No,
have
for all
had,
3.
Like,
Oh.
like
All 3 for
$30,000 in
86.
Wow.
Yeah, bless you. All 3 for 86.
That's a kick in the balls, man.
there. Yeah, yeah.
Now he's probably looking at that now,
There's some guy.
just scratching at his beard like.
In debt because everybody else is,
th-
and then just fucking dying.
Listen, there's some guy
We should hit him up.
that had a laptop.
Hey man, you alright?
There's some guy that had a laptop, like that was just that had he had mined a shit ton of Bitcoin. He had like millions of Bitcoin, and his girlfriend threw it away.
What?
Yeah,
Oh.
and then he
my-
tried to like contact like the trash company to get it back. It's gone.
Oh my fuck.
Jesus
Killer.
Christ, dude. Killer. Oh my god. No. We
Not
don't
leave
we don't
her-
We don't condone violence on the podcast, but
No man, like, can you imagine like getting over that though? Like
Yeah,
every day you look at her, that's all you think. No. She.
my Bitcoin.
It could be your birthday. She's like, babe, you know what I'm saying?
not about the. It's
you know,
$30
she
million
treats you
dollars
good.
decision.
But all you think about is the amount of zeros that she costs.
Dude, I
It-
don't think I'd be able to get over that.
Wow.
Like, severely psychologically fuck me if I lost like my girl threw away like $2 million.
I can't look at you right
I
now.
lost the password to your Chase account, and some guy tried to help me recover it, and he changed it to something else. And that's it. What do you do?
Oh my god, and bro, shit like that happens though. Like you know,
for sure.
there's
man.
so many humans just in America alone, right?
Have you ever looked through your junk email, man? Because I'll tell you right now, you gotta be really technologically inept to fall for that, or you just gotta be old and just
Senile.
No, not senile. If
Or a
you're senile,
boomer.
you hate everyone. If you're senile, you hate everyone that emails you, not just those those goddamn spam.
Do you
emails.
remember like when you first
Israeli
made your email?
princes.
You guys remember when you
Yeah.
first made an email?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Not really.
really?
I made it without my
I
parents knowing.
remember first making because I still have the password to it. It's like some Yahoo shit, and
Oh,
I have an old Yahoo.
I
it's
started
like,
with Live. I was like,
If
nah.
I'll put that old Yahoo in case like the website and it's gonna send me spam.
do you guys remember those email services when they're like, yeah, we charge for having this email? They used to charge.
They used to charge, or do you
Not
mean
Yahoo.
that they sent you?
Some those companies are dead now.
The-
But some companies used to charge you for having an email.
That's crazy. But like,
That's a thing. It used to be a thing.
Google's like,
but was that a
"We'll only give you
scam
5
or was?
gigs."
No. That was just an early on thing.
Oh, well, I believe that. You know,
You know what
because
I mean?
email came before internet, and you know, ISPs, or in this case, email SPs,
Yeah.
ESPs.
Yes.
They were probably charging to get you some email. You know what I'm saying? But
Storing all those spams and all that shit.
Yeah.
Well, that was before spam. 'cause
yeah,
back
there was
then
no there was no
it
one
was
trying to.
legit shit
Nah,
back
I'm
then.
pretty sure it's one of those things where it's like, as soon as the car was invented, someone used it to transport drugs over a very long distance. You know, like.
Probably.
So it was like the second email was invented, someone tried to scam a random email. He was like,
What if I
ABC123 at
pretend to be
email.com. Hey man, you just won $1 million.
No,
Just
it's
put in
probably
your
something
credit card
like-
information
it's
right
something-
here.
It's probably something like, if you send me, or like,
The
can
Nigerian.
you tell me the
The
cereal box?
Nigerian Prince. Nah,
The
that's a
what?
more modern one.
Honestly, the first
Nigerian Prince has been around for a long time.
What the hell is that?
Well, I mean, just
It's like,
modern
it's
in
like
the sense
hello.
of
It's like
the-
my fam. Like I need you to send me like 10 G's. I'm a Nigerian prince and I have a huge fortune.
That's
and
not
if you
a
send me
thing,
10
man.
G's,
No
I'm gonna
way.
cover it.
That's not a thing, man.
I mean, if you never heard of that before, maybe it could have shook you.
Bro, if I
Hon-
see that, I'm running.
The
I mean,
first-
if I see that, I'm
person-
donating 10 G's. I want him to double my fortune.
I want to know where this quest ends.
I
Bro,
want to know if it actually disappears.
Let's see.
'Cause that'd be a
I know
cool
the
magic
origin
trick.
of that Nigerian prince.
Well, you do that as when I just said quest, I just sparked to me how badly I want to keep playing The Witcher 3.
Witcher
I've been
3.
on that shit so hard, and I feel so bad that I got onto it so late.
You didn't talk to your girlfriend in weeks.
I have a girlfriend. Still, it's just
Nah,
such
she
a
left you.
great
You just
game.
haven't read the message. yet.
Yeah, all right. God dang.
The official term for that is an advance fee scam. I'm looking
Advance
at his-
fee.
Yeah, like like you pay me in advance.
You know,
Yeah.
I work in a bank. I see that shit all the time. And the easiest way to get somebody is by actually sending them a check. So what they do is, it's a very common scam, and I've stopped it multiple times. You know, it's literally just guys like us, man. Guys or girls like us, our age. They just don't know any better. Obviously, I know better. I work in a fucking financial institution. So what happens is, they're like, listen, it's kind of like a cashback, you shop, rewards thing. All you got to do is spend this amount of money. I'm gonna send you a check for more. And then you go and you cash it through your bank and you spend the money. And whatever they go and they cash it through the bank. And so they spend money. But here's what they don't get. When they send the money back using a money order, that's effective funds. That's it. That scammer got his percentage. You keep the rest. Whatever type of shit.
and then it bounces.
Oh,
And
this-
it bounces.
this
So then the
technique is-
account, negative the whole amount. I remember this one guy, he was negative $1,800.
Fuck.
He got fucked with that. He had no money. He's like, and then when we're trying to work with him, like, so how are you gonna pay us back? And the only option that he had was, he already had a car loan with us. We had to put what he owed on the car loan. His payment went up by that specific amount. It was just a bad situation, man. Like,
Listen,
people our age, so it's not just boomers and shit like that.
Oh,
People
I'm
our
sure.
age right now are getting scammed by that way.
And I'm sure it's like a new way. So it's like, you want to be an Instagram influencer? Just send us $400 and we'll, I don't know, we'll drain your bank account, I guess.
listen. All right. Another variant of the scam dating back to circa 1830 appears similar to what is passed via email today. It's like, sir, you will doubtlessly be astonished receiving a letter from a person unknown to you who is about to ask a favor from you. And then they go on to talk about a casket containing 16,000 francs in gold and diamonds of a late Marchionus. So like they're like, I got a family member, I can give all this bread to you. You just gotta send me a check.
And you know, that
They're doing
works.
that in the 1800s. That's crazy.
You're gonna find someone if you have enough emails. That's a return on investment because there's no investment. The only investment is time, and you can just send that to everybody.
Yeah.
And so that's the only work you did. Somebody's gonna fall for
I mean,
it.
Google kills it with the whole spam filter, kind of. Because before, back in the day, like spam would go straight to your regular mail.
Yeah.
Like that just come like you get like work email and then like Nigerian scammer.
Jesus, man,
Like Google
I don't know.
filtering shit like promotional is very nice. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I don't see myself falling for that type of shit though. I remember
Well-
like back then trying to make money when I was still underage, using like swag bucks and shit. You guys remember,
Swag.
you remember that shit?
I
I've never heard
think I remember
Bro,
something
you watch
like that.
videos, you become you
Yes.
check a survey. There you go.
Oh,
You're building
okay,
up
yeah, yeah,
points.
yeah.
When you build,
That's how I got free
5,000
RuneScape
points.
membership.
keychain.
that's fucking $5, and then I got an
Keychain.
Amazon gift card. And so what I did was, bro, so they make you watch an ad, so you would just refresh the page. So Google Chrome, when that came out, it was godsend, right? Because you can have like these external extension app things,
Yeah.
and one of them was refresh the page with a counter. So the app, so this is me in 13 years old, Brett. The ad on average was around 3 minutes
Mhm.
long. I set the counter because you have to watch like 75% of it. Fuck it. I set the counter at 3 minutes and 50 seconds, something like that.
All right.
It would refresh constantly on a loop. Boom, boom. I would go to school, come back. As you go, I made $5.
That's crazy.
But that's
I'm
nothing.
rich.
That's nothing. And so then I'm like, man, how could I, exploit this more? Different accounts. So I would have different accounts running the same shit, and I would get Amazon gift cards for $5 because that's one of the things you can trade your points for. Obviously, at the end of that, the people they saw that was happening. Nobody who I could imagine like the people analyzing this shit, the records. Who the fuck sat down for 6 hours straight and just
Watching this video.
Yeah, man.
Watching this 3-minute ad.
It was amazing. After I stopped using that shit, but
How
man,
how much money did you think you make off of that?
probably $25. I think I was the sole reason they shut that shit down because I just exploited
It
the
was
shit
hard
out
to
of
make
it.
money on that shit.
When
Yeah,
you're like
man.
12
Using
years
swag
old.
bucks.
I pretty much did the same thing, but for RuneScape
Oh,
membership.
yeah.
That's how I got RuneScape membership. It was like but it was different. It wasn't like that. It was like this thing per day you clicked on it and you got 10 cents. So every day before logging into RuneScape, I clicked on like
I think I remember
that.
something like that.
Yeah, and I got 10 cents. And
They
then at
gave
the
me a
end, I had
dime.
like $5, but it was the end of the month. So it was time to renew my membership. It was epic.
That was
Yeah,
awesome.
dude. It was, how did they make money? I don't even know.
One time in 4th grade, I like in RuneScape, I just figured out how to make money. But like it was like I was like super low level, and I realized that you can kill chickens and sell their feathers to like people that make like arrows.
Yeah.
And I would grind that shit in 4th grade like 6 hours a day, just grinding
Jesus Christ.
chickens.
Just cutting chickens.
And I like finally saved up like over like a week of just like grinding, and got like 70K, and I was so fucking proud.
How much is that in like real money?
I don't know.
That's
That's nothing. That's nothing.
actually
But back in the day, I
that's
think it was
non-existent.
back in the day
basically.
it's harder to make money, or
Yeah.
it was also harder to make money when you're like
A
fourth
lower
grader.
level, yeah.
That game-
But
Yeah, you
I
were-
remember for us, it was like giant bones in the
Yeah, I remember that. I
in
remember
the
that.
cave, like next
That's
to the
kind
Grand
of
Exchange.
dangerous, a little bit.
It
if you're
was
low
because you
level.
were usually too low level to fight them when you
Yeah.
were doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember it, dude. I'll never forget. I was in there. I was talking to. I mean, it could have been a chick. It was probably a dude just with a chick. I don't know if people did that back then.
Listen, I
Catfishing?
got to add some shit about that. But
Wait.
continue.
But so
Alright.
I was talking to this dude. I mean, girl, and I think and.
She's insulted if she hears this shit.
Yeah, dude, you think she remembers me? Flash 20017. But so I was playing, and I don't know. I was like, we were just killing the giants together, and then I don't know. I said something funny. I thought it was pretty funny, and she wrote Lamau, and when I read it as a kid, I read it as Lamo, and I was like, and I thought she misspelled it, and I was like, I thought that was a pretty good joke. I'll never forget, man. That and
Wait,
then I asked my cousin.
that's the
He's like, "No, you idiot! That's laugh my ass off."
It's
Lame-o.
funny.
Yeah, I thought she said
Lame-o.
lamo, and I was like, I thought it was a pretty good joke, man.
All right.
I didn't deserve that.
So
Oh,
all right, listen to my chicken story. So I amassed my chicken fortune.
hold on, man.
At one point, I remember. Yeah, I brought
Ryan, dude, that story's so good.
I let my
How old
older.
are you?
I let.
I was
I,
fucking like 8.
I brought my older brother a mithril chest plate, and he lost it in the Falador dungeons. I was really mad at him. All right, but so I matched my chicken fortune after like a week of grinding, and I went AFK for a minute, and I was playing with my friend, and I fucking got killed by like a random event. You know, like how they had random events where it was like a little boss fight, but it was always really easy. It was like a giant chicken, and I just got killed, and I lost all my money. And I threw a tantrum. I was crying, like I was so upset.
Dude.
Like my friend, I was like, "Why the fuck? Why don't you tell me?"
Wait. But I heard that the people like that run that fucking game, when they see some shit going on, they get into it and they like stop you or whatever. Like if you're botting, they'll like
Yeah, they
They
don't.
send an event your way, yeah.
something. Yeah.
Now
right?
it's more automated, so it's actually even harder to bot. Because you might actually be tediously clicking on everything like a robot yourself
You're good
while you're watching a YouTube video. But random events just keep popping up and they don't stop because it thinks you're a bot.
Yeah,
But-
so I got fucked. And
Bots got crazy though. I remember before I quit, there were bots that would do random events. They can
Damn.
they can recognize what random event was coming and it would do it. I was
that's
like,
nuts.
what?
That's
the-
probably paid.
No, it was
right?
free. It was a free one. I forgot the name, obviously,
Wow.
but it was epic.
Wait, this is JavaScript,
Yeah,
right?
it's all Java.
It's all Java.
It's all Java.
But nowadays it's still Java.
It's still
the
Java.
new one?
Yeah, I think there's a DirectX mode, but there's still Java for people that if you're running on
Javers.
Mac.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But and then and I also I did that. I experimented once where I changed into a girl, and then I was like, I got myself a RuneScape BF.
no, dude.
Bro,
And
I
it's
had,
like it's like looking for GF. It's like, hi, that is me. And he got me like a copper ruby necklace. It was worth like nothing, and I was like, yeah.
Damn,
You're
dog.
crazy, dude.
Got my free shit.
You catfish someone, dude.
That's crazy, man.
You know who
I
does
also
that? You know who does that all the time?
I should have started
Jordan.
the
Jordan
relationship.
does that all the
Christ.
time.
I should have started the relationship over like 5 years.
What the
have him
hell?
fly out and then just like beat his ass or something. Make it-
Yeah, it's-
damn, man. Why is this podcast so violent?
I know, dude.
Have
You
him
should have
fly-
just
This
Skype
kinda
called him and
matches
been
the
like,
conversation
"Yo, what's
that
going
me and Frank
on?"
were having earlier, bro. Like he thinks that like traps, right?
No, we're not talking about that. Anyway,
Come on, man.
I don't want. We're not bringing that up here. All right, so
Jesus Christ.
Traps are gay.
all right, that's fine. Let's leave it wherever you want to leave it. That's not even what the conversation was. It's just why.
Because it matches, man. Like this guy was trying to pretend to be a girl, and I'm just thinking,
Oh my god.
you know, ain't that the definition of trap to me? What is it?
Oh no.
Trap. No, I'm not. I'm not trying to like. No, you're wrong. It's actually this. No, I'm actually
Is
asking
Timmy
you
a
what you-
dictionary?
I actually don't know.
Chicks with
It's-
dicks.
Yeah.
No, that's what I think.
When a guy's pretending to be a girl, no?
Thank you. Right?
Yeah.
Nah, man.
Oh my
Chicks
god.
with dicks.
It's different when you're online. First of all, it's way different in person and online.
Hold
That's a
on.
whole, when you're just playing, you can.
Oh
Anybody
no,
can
no,
be
no!
anybody.
Look, we're not saying you're a chick with a dick, all right?
Like
He's
it's not
trying
even the
to
same
say 'cause
conversation.
The conversation was that, you know what I'm saying, like, it's a dude dressing up as a girl tricking you, right?
wait.
That's why it's a trap. That's where it came from.
I'm cutting this out, all of it. But anyway, going back to RuneScape, fucking. I remember too. My cousin he was the one that made my account because I had no email, and that motherfucker he put my password. Obviously, he made my password. I remember one day I finally got full adamant armor after killing so many goddamn giants,
You stole it.
and then one day I log in, and I got no armor. Not only do I have no armor, I got no money, and I really wondered what the hell was going on. Luckily, my elementary school friends were such legends. Honestly, Bryant, Fernand, you guys are the best, man. They all got me like pitched in, pulled their money together, and bought me full black armor. And then it was like, I was literally like for months, man, trying to figure out how the hell I kept losing all my shit because it happened. He did it so many times. He did it so many times, and I would just keep building up, and my character would be better than last time, and then he would just destroy me, and then just come back, and then I remember I finally had my own. Yeah, I finally had my own email, and I'm like, I'm redoing everything. So I changed the email for the account. I changed the password. I did everything. I put it under my name. Never happened again. I was like, got that stupid hacker. Bruh.
Stupid hacker.
2015 rolls around. we're just me and my cousin are reminiscing about RuneScape, and he's like, my cousin's like, hey man.
Wait. How much? How like further along was it? Like
2015, I was graduating high school when this was happening. I was 4th grade in elementary school. So many years later,
Still remember that
I would've
shit?
said-
I still remember it. And I brought it up. I was like, man, I remember that this guy. I don't know if I kept getting hacked because I wouldn't change my
Wait, this
password.
Damien?
No, it was Jeremy.
Okay.
And then he was like, oh yeah, that was me. I was like, what? Like all these years later, he's like, yeah, man, you don't understand. How do you think I had so much cool shit? He would take my shit and all my money and then sell my shit and keep my money and have his own money that he was making and just, what an asshole.
Yeah, one of my one of my
Holy
accounts I had
shit.
for like a year got hacked, and then I remember I was talking to some guy like that I knew in real life in the Marines. He was talking to me like he would just scam the hell out of everybody when he was in like 5th grade.
Yeah.
And one of my best friend at the time in like 6th grade, yeah, he'd always do like the armor trims. It's
Oh,
like,
dude.
I'll trim your black armor, give you that gold trim.
Oh my
That
god.
was legendary, bro. Free armor
Like, did
trimming.
you get that email that was like weird?
Oh yeah, dude. I got. Speaking of those phishing emails, man.
They had
So
fake RuneScape websites too. Remember that?
yeah, they had fake RuneScape websites because it was so easy to like make your own.
Java.
Yeah, you could literally download the
You-
entire
you'd
JavaScript
spell-
of
you'd
the
spell it
game,
like
like the
runes-
source of the game.
You spell like RuneScape or something, and then
Oh.
it'd send
No,
you to that
dude.
website. It's like log in right now, chief.
So if you ever get an official email from Jagex of people that made RuneScape, I don't know if it's just for me, but it's always like, I think the email is runescape.k. That's like the sender basically. And this one time I got runescape.s, and the email was exactly the same, like exactly the same as the RuneScape one. Like nothing was misspelled, nothing was wrong, and I was like, what? And it said something about like my account being hacked or something. Someone just changed your password. Click here to, if it wasn't you, click here to change it again. I was like, no way, there's no way that just happened. I went on before clicking that. I went onto the actual RuneScape website and I logged in, and my password was exactly the same. My account was exactly the same. Nothing was wrong.
That's tough.
That was, if I would have clicked on that and changed my password, and I did click on it just to see like the website, and there was nothing wrong with the URL either. It was like, it looked perfect. I don't know if they're using some crazy characters, but that's a really good phishing scam, man. I almost fell for that one.
Holy
That was,
crap, dude.
it was, they're getting
That's
crazy
why
with this.
boomers are just at a disadvantage because they never got scammed on RuneScape.
They don't know. They don't know. Like we've been
Boomers-
trained, right?
Boomer, I was trained from a young age. I knew scammers. I got scammed.
You did scam.
I learned in 4th grade not to get scammed. I'm lying.
Yeah, dude.
But boomers never played RuneScape like idiots.
That's actually the problem. I always get
Inferior.
I always get Amazon emails too and Apple emails. And the Apple ones are hilarious. 'Cause it's like, your order has just been placed. Click here to confirm it. You've
like-
never, you just got your iPhone, Timmy. You've downloaded plenty of apps. That's never happened. You've never had to confirm an email to download your app. It's like, what? What are you talking
It's like
about?
always in like a weird.
falls for
It's
that?
always in like strange grammar too.
It's always misspelled, and they have the weirdest subject lines. It's like bracket Apple ID bracket asterisk. Also, the email that I get it to isn't even my Apple ID email. It's like, and then that's another thing. So Marlon and I share an Amazon account. I don't have my own Amazon
Hey,
account,
don't say that on stream.
and I get emails like, "Oh, your Amazon order needs to update your payment method." It's like, man, I got no Amazon. What you talking about, man? I didn't order nothing.
Damn,
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
bro.
I'm getting those all the time.
You gotta switch emails.
No, they're on my spam. I don't see. Sometimes I look through my spam. Just it's fun.
It's a laugh.
Yeah, it'll be like,
like-
hot baby. To
Yeah.
your area.
Hot girls in your area, or like they'll give them full names, bro.
It's like, is this Ashley and I want to fuck now?
No, fucking 28 and younger or some shit.
Can you imagine if hot girls are just in emails, like just emailing people? Like,
Yeah, why the fuck would they do?
hey, you want to fuck? Like just emailing random.
Oh, dude, I
emails.
feel so bad. Somebody has to have fallen for that type of shit.
Oh,
I think it's honestly like kids and like
kids wanting to fuck.
kids
That's
and
crazy.
like people that
and illegal.
have
Why the fuck
issues.
does that happen though? Like on porn sites, like
I'm saying, oh, I see. Me and Martina talked about this the other day. I think it's because, like the standard, like Facebook, like you can't even have before and after pictures anymore.
Huh?
And like Google, I'm sure they have some sort of strict like if you put most people put their ads through Google like AdSense. It's a pretty common one. So, like Pornhub isn't gonna have any sort of standard. It's like yeah, just put your shit up. Like,
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's why they always have
Just
the weirdest fucking
post what you
ads.
want, chief.
This game will make you come in 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Like,
Some shit like
damn,
that.
I gotta play that shit.
No, and then you see freaking Lois from Family Guy or some dumb shit.
Because
It's fucking weird,
listen,
man.
if you click on an ad on Facebook or Google, you're gonna expect it to be somewhat reputable.
Yeah.
Like, it's not gonna actually scam you.
Yeah.
But if you click on an ad on Pornhub, you know that it could scam. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is their reputation is different. They don't have to like hold themselves to a certain standard.
Yeah. You're
They
doing some
know.
scummy shit. You're gonna get scummy ads.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, you nasty fuck. What are you looking at? It's like, here's a disgusting ad to match your
Disgusting
existence.
to match
personality.
your act.
No, you guys remember fucking Newgrounds, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Newgrounds
Oh
are
my
fucking
god, what?
disgusting
Flash-
So much
shit.
porn.
That was
Flash-
there was
degenerate
so much
shit right
porn.
there,
There was
man.
games of those games that they're advertising ain't nothing to the games that I remember. This one game, and it
course
was
he played
so good.
Oh,
It was literally
You want to play it now, Chief?
no. Now I would like, you know what I mean. So now I got gears. Yeah. You know. So here's what it was. It was this chick, and
That's
with a dick.
no, and she was hot.
Oh,
That's hot.
really?
Hot as hot goes. You know what I mean?
Was it a cartoon?
And she was
character?
fully clothed, but you
Was
can
it a
tell she's
cartoon,
hot.
By the way.
Huh? No, it was not cartoon. It was crazy. So, but it did. Here's what I had. So I had a picture of this chick, and it would say, "Solve this math problem for the neck." And every time you solve the math problem under a like a time frame, yeah, she would take off a piece of clothing. And so me being 10 years old, boy, you know, I had that calculator out. Click, 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 click. That's before I found out about fucking actual websites, you know, dedicated.
This is how we educate our children.
I remember, dude, my mom caught me with that shit. Like, but
My parents caught me in like 5th grade. It was awkward, man. But I don't really remember.
they never caught me like actually beating the wank up.
No,
or
I
anything,
just saw my
but-
history.
My parents
Like,
either.
what the fuck are you looking at?
Yeah, I forgot to close the incognito tab on my dad's phone.
I didn't even know that shit existed.
Oh my dad.
Wait a second.
And then he opens his browser and he's like, "The fuck is this?" It was
Holy
crazy, man.
Dude, oh my god. I remember, so I was really into Teen Titans back then.
Oh no.
And
I
so
don't
in
like the- I don't like how
Newgrounds-
this story started.
In Newgrounds, I was just seeing, like, okay, so you know that, you guys remember the characters of Teen Titans pretty well, right? Like,
course.
but what
The
about
goth
the, but what
bitch.
about
I
the,
know you
the,
think
the
about
bad
goth
guys,
bitch.
like Jinx, like she threw like,
Is she goth?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, you're thinking about the goth girl.
no,
said
no,
that.
that's Raven.
No, Jinx was also pretty goth. man.
She had pink hair.
That's
That's pretty
goth as hell.
That's pretty good.
I'm only
Well,
interested
anyways,
in Raven, sorry.
Cyborg pulled out like 16 dicks, and they were Cyborg dicks, and then he just went off on her, dude. It was crazy. It was crazy, dude. Oh
No
my
wonder
God.
you're such a weirdo.
Well, I'm a weirdo, dude.
You're talking about Teen Titans porn right now.
Yeah, back when I was like fucking 10 years old.
Yeah, I know you still watch it.
Nah, man. I watch Gears. But,
Gears of War porn.
yeah,
Rule 34 Gears of War.
Rule 34 Gears of War. Nah,
I don't want to watch that.
Hey, you're looking up the goth bitch.
She ain't shit. What's the other one's name?
Raven.
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 Shit. Ah, there you go. You're weird, dude.
Raven's hot.
No, I know.
Honestly, Raven can get it.
Raven
Honestly-
can still get it.
Almost all the chicks there can get it.
Oh,
Tara can get it.
almost. I like how he says almost.
Almost.
I like how all the above age girls can get it.
Beast
That's all
Boy
I'm
as an
gonna say.
animal, he can get.
That's the
As
gorilla.
long as he's a female animal.
Beast
Can he
Boy
do
is
that?
regular,
No.
can get it.
Why
It's
can't
kinda
he do
cute.
Change
That,
genitalia.
that one
I
was
don't
wait,
think
go
so.
back up.
that? He can
Well,
do it.
oh,
Go back
speaking,
up.
speaking of Beast
What
Boy.
if he's a sponge?
That one's porn.
Wait, what?
Jesus Christ.
Where?
Did
This is just on Google Images, dude. That's why I'm surprised that there's Raven porn on here.
Speaking
a
of
gift.
Beast Boy, do you guys know that he's actually, like, in my opinion, one of the most powerful. He's the most powerful in the DC universe. So later on,
He's a
he
beast.
gets the ability. You know how he can transform into different like species.
Beast?
Yeah, of course.
Later on, he learns to transform into other humans,
A homeless guy.
but
He can
keeping
do
their
that.
attributes. But you know what he transforms into?
Hitler.
Superman.
A Krypton.
Mm.
So he can transform into Superman, and have all his abilities. That's pretty sick.
That's pretty overpowered.
Yeah. That's why I think he's the best. I always loved Beast Boy. The ability that he could just see
Yeah,
another
it was
alien.
green. That's pretty epic.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Being green.
I
is
always
pretty
liked that.
epic.
That show, man. They
Yeah, we-
replaced it with his Teen Titans Go garbage.
I haven't seen it, but I don't want to see it.
Yeah, how much
Don't.
does a masturbate to that?
No, man, it's so bad.
You remember? You know, it's a great YouTube channel, Funhouse. Funhouse is so great. They had that demo disc. Demo disc is probably one of the best YouTube series I've ever seen. They got these old, shitty like games from our childhood. They got the demo disc from for the PC. They came with a bunch of demos for other shitty games,
I remember demo discs.
and then they played the demos on those discs.
Then they played
And-
the demos on those discs.
But they had a crazy twist. So if it was like, so then they would look up Rule 34 porn for all the games that they play. They play like Tomb Raider, and they're like, all right, Rule 34 Tomb Raider, and they're like, they were judging it. They're like, yep, this guy's pretty good. I don't know, you have to watch it. Those guys are legends. That is so, they're crazy. They were playing like Battletoads. So they look up Battletoads, Rule 34. It's like, what?
What was that meme that was going on for a while? Like the Battletoads prank call
That
or
was
some shit?
4chan.
That's 4chan?
Yeah, where they kept calling like
You got battle.
they kept calling like
Yeah. GameStop, right?
GameStop and being like, hey, like
It started with the pawn shop guys, the Pawn Stars.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah. something
yeah.
like
With the
that. But
Pawn
it would
Stars.
be like an elaborate story, and at the end, like, so eventually they caught on to like them just asking about Battletoads. So they'd like tell they waste their time for like 10 minutes. It's like, by the way, you got Battletoads.
So, anyways,
Oh,
like,
yeah. So what they would like ask like about actual products and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, they'd be like, I'm looking for, it's kind of a relic.
It's a watch from 1942.
yeah,
Basically,
yeah,
It meant a lot
engraved.
to my grandfather. It really, we really
He's
enjoyed
gonna
our
pass
time
away
together with
soon,
it.
and he really wants to play it one last time.
It's like
You
it
guys
makes,
have Battletoads?
What's the game called, sir? Battletoads? I'm pretty sure now, ever since that call,
they made a real game. That's a real game now.
no,
It's
it's always
been
been
a
a
real
real
game.
game.
I know, but
Battletoads?
like
They made a
they
remake.
recently released it. So
Yeah,
now when you
there's a-
ask for Battletoads, it's real.
There's
like-
a remake, yeah.
Like when they were asking for Battletoads, like it wasn't in stores. Like it was never even like remotely in stores.
Yeah, it's old as shit. It
So,
was
but
like
now when it's actually in stores, it's not as funny.
no, but they even I remember one of the episodes actually showed Battletoads in the B-roll, like just to shut the fuck up, like we have it, all right. Stop asking if you're not gonna buy it. But oh my god, dude.
And
But
then
then-
people were posting like transcripts of like them talking to like the actual show, like some of the people from the actual show.
yeah, and they were just getting mad pissed. That shit was so funny,
I'm
man.
not sure if it's fake, but I'm sure it's happened a couple times.
I'm sure they were quite annoyed.
It's
If
like,
not, they wouldn't have
Rick?
put it in the
It's
show.
like Rick, you got Battletoads?
Hey man, I've been watching this show for a couple of years now, and I've always wanted to just talk to you and buy something off you. You got Battletoads?
Oh, we don't have any.
Look at Tim. Look at this video. again.
Yeah, just you're banned. You're fucking permanently banned.
Jesus, man.
I went to the Pawn Stars
yeah?
shop when I was in Vegas.
Did you say it was shitty?
Yeah, it was fucking packed full of people. I couldn't see if I actually wanted anything, and I'm sure it would have been overpriced as shit
You
anyway.
never know what's gonna walk through that door.
Bro, it's packed. I think when they actually shoot, they're like, "Hey guys, 3 people at a time." There was a line to get in,
They do it like a.
and
It-
once
it's
you were
so
in,
scripted
it was
Anyways,
packed.
it doesn't.
yeah.
Yeah, it
It's,
was-
I'm pretty sure like they like have like it's every aspect of it.
Bro, they
It's,
probably
like,
find
like that.
somebody on Craigslist. Hey man,
Nah,
you
they
wanna
probably
be on
You
they
got
have
TV?
bread.
You got
Like,
something
they're connected
special?
to the channel. Like I bet they could just get actual actors and be like, come in and say you have this weird thing, and then,
oh yeah, man. So I have this box of comic books. I
It's
don't
like,
know.
if they might be rare. It's like Superman 1. It's like,
You know how much that is?
how much?
When I went to the comic book shop that I go to, I looked
Nerd.
at it and I saw, is that real? And then the guy like making fun of me, man. Like I just got here, right? And he's like, no, that's not real. You know what I mean? Like that's like $200. That's just a replica. Do you know? You think I would be here if I had the real one? And I'm like, man, how much is that thing? He said it's over $500,000. I'm like, holy shit for paper.
That's
My
some nice
God,
ass
does it
paper
read
to-
itself? I mean,
it's an audiobook.
yeah.
Speaking of audiobooks, this episode is sponsored. Just kidding.
got him.
I wish so.
But
I do use Audible for So if you guys
in case
would
you want to
want
sponsor our 3 viewers,
yeah,
I also I don't use
yeah,
Dollar
you know we're
Shave
gonna get
Club.
at least 3 listeners. Like I'm listening to this later for sure.
That's one. Me too.
I'm not listening to it later. So.
That's on them.
Hey Timmy, you better listen to it, or I swear to God.
How long is it gonna be?
Well, you missed the first part, so you might as well listen to the first part at least.
That's fair.
That's at least a 50% view.
We just say
I'll call
That's
that
at
a two.
least
I'll
over
call
an
that a
hour.
2.5. A 2.5.
we should cut it off soon. How long into it are we?
We're.
This is already getting into
oh,
a lengthy podcast.
Yeah, it's 1 hour and 40. We should.
I
Probably,
think it's about time.
A good time to go off
Yeah.
on this note.
Well,
It's been real.
That shit's been pretty dope.
don't do drugs. What have we learned today,
I
boys?
disagree with that.
Gears of War is good, I guess. Marlon doesn't think so.
I like it. I like it.
Don't do
I
drugs.
disagree with that.
All right.
Keep
I
going.
guess
Do mild
do
drugs.
do safe amount
Do drugs in moderation.
in moderation. Everything is
Everything
safe
in
in moderation. All right.
Yeah.
Crack cocaine.
Just don't do them at
Okay,
all.
not that one. All
Hey.
right, just don't do it, man. Unless you gotta.
Don't do
for
it.
whatever reason you gotta. Just do it.
Do it
No,
in
don't do it.
moderation.
Even if you gotta.
You know, if you're gonna do it, do it in moderation.
Yeah, I guess if I can't
if
stop
you
you.
do it.
And next time, set topic.
But you should do it.
Nah, we got some pretty good topics.
Yeah,
I
man.
guess.
We spitballing. You should have seen us. in
The other thing
beginning.
we
We're going
learned
crazy.
is
It worked well. I think.
destroy liberals or something. I think Smooth said that a couple times.
Hey, I didn't say that.
Yeah, it wasn't political. It wasn't political.
It's,
All right.
I think it's a little crazy for our generation nowadays.
We really live in a society.
yeah. to be sitting down and talking for an hour and 40 minutes. Like I haven't seen that in a while. Besides our friend.
I don't
group
even
here.
want to talk to you guys.
Honestly, I just can't wait to go home.
I've met my quota for talking.
Yeah, I
You
can't
just
speak
showed up,
anymore.
bro.
I'm gonna probably drink another beer.
My head hurts.
All right, I'll
All
see
right.
you
See you
guys.
guys. Just fuck it.
Frank smells.